Hello.
Droopy diapers.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Role Players. Wow. We're already wound up and we're having some crazy energy and I love it. So greetings, adventurers. Welcome. Welcome. As we play the greatest role-playing game ever created, Dungeons and Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master, Judd, and these are my role players.
Hello.
Wow.
You know, for all of you out there,
we got here again.
If you're willing to watch us and endure all the craziness that often goes hand in hand with that, it's sort of like you're an adventurer too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're signing up for God knows what when you start watching this.
We're among the like-minded.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right.
Totally.
And another wonderful special welcome to our friend Cicero Holmes. Thank you for coming back tonight.
I'm here.
Yes.
How's it going, guys?
It's
going.
It's going
Good.
well.
It's happening.
It is
happening. It's all happening.
It is happening, guys.
It's
I've been
really
hanging out
all
with them.
happening.
It's happening.
This realm is happening in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, poor Cicero gets to see
everywhere.
behind the screen, and it's not a pretty picture. It's a bit chaotic. It's fun, but crazy.
We get credit for being here.
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
we're doing it. And
Yeah, we're here.
so, because we're a couple minutes late, I'd say let's jump in. Azar, I believe you are doing our announcements this evening.
Snap.
Indeed, I am. And the first one I want to say is a thank you to our big, awesome sponsors, Skull Splitter Dice.
Skull Splitter Dice.
Splitter. I usually do that part. Somebody else has to do that this time. We have an awesome Skull Splitter Dice. As you know, they have dice with any kind of combination you can even imagine, including metal dice, which is a personal fetish. And we have a special code. Yeah, it's like, well,
like that
it
word
sounds
choice.
kinkier than it's like, yeah, that sounds
Just
pretty kinky.
preference. Yeah.
Yeah. Walk it
That's
back.
right.
Keep it clean for the kids. So
No need.
No.
if you want to get your hands on some kinky, naughty metal dice,
Yes, just
I
lean
have
in.
to know
What is happening?
you can get some at Skull Splitter Dice. And we have a special code, which is TRPSS15. TRPSS.
15.
Right.
One
for
five,
Skull
like the
Splitter.
SS
role
15, like a.
Let's not say SS.
Let's
you
not.
know what I mean?
Try to keep it all all chained together.
Say
So this will be the last time I ever do the announcement. If there was like an eject button, they would have done that to me now.
Yeah.
And it's 15% off. Like how I just don't stop. It's like, anyway, I'm just gonna keep going.
They're
It's
like,
15% off.
cut. Can we get one where you don't talk about kinks or Nazis? Let's just try to get one
Actually,
clean
probably
one.
not.
What's that discount code again?
It's actually in the contract.
And also,
wanna-
though,
yeah.
just to clarify, because to me, Nazi jokes are like something I don't make but on purpose anyway. Is SS is also a kind of battleship, right? Or does it?
I think
have to
that's
be
true.
SS?
USS. Yeah.
Phew, good, because
Yeah.
The
I
SS
just want to
Minnow.
really clarify
Oh, SS
that.
Minnow, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
maybe-
you,
yeah,
and
okay.
thank God.
Okay, I didn't go Nazis immediately.
I went,
Thank
yeah.
God.
You went 3 hours.
God, me neither. I thought of like so many other things before I even thought of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You thought that's what they were thinking of. I get it.
Yeah, we get it. Are we
I
still
get
in
that.
announcements here? Let's go.
We are. I know. God, I'm sorry. I know. We'll be out soon. Okay, it's like quicksand. So we also have another amazing sponsor called Thrill Studio, and they have a special sponsorship code from us as well, which is TRP15 for 15% off. And I think most of you know that Thrill Studio is where you get all kinds of crazy, cool, hard to get collectibles that like maybe you can't find on eBay. It's a great place for picking gifts, and we know holiday season's coming up. So just bear that in mind, and don't forget to use your 15% off coupon. And another announcement is that tonight we're going to be giving away a gift certificate. Get ready to Hero Forge. Oh yeah.
What?
You can get
The Hero Forge?
The Hero Forge.
The one and only.
You can get your own
Whoa.
custom
Where our minis are
premium
from?
plastic mini, yes, where the minis are from.
Yeah, all of
You
our
just
minis.
hang out in the stream and wait for the code word that we're going to put in the chat for those of you who are smart and know how to get yourself a Hero Forge gift certificate.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Look at this.
Wow.
Those are those.
There they are. There we are.
There they are,
Yep.
all
That's
Hero
what you got.
Forge design.
Yes, and then the
good
last
stuff.
one, and most probably important, or I don't know, I'm not gonna like pick favorites out of all my favorite announcements, but the one that's very important is that Cicero Holmes is here, as you know, and that you can find his bio, because I'm sure you're all wondering where did this magical person come from, using the exclamation guest command in the chat, which I think is pretty nifty. Many thanks
Wow.
to our
Fancy
producer Ashley
technology.
for handling the tech on that one, because I'm
Well
sure
done,
that was thanks to
Ashley.
you, Ash.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
All right. And just two other announcements. That was so hectic. You may have already said this, and I've kind of lost my train of thought. But this Wednesday, Numenera returns, so don't miss that. 8 p.m. Pacific on our channel here. And
Yes.
And then also, we are doing a mini painting stream. Well, I'm doing it Saturday mornings now from 9 to 11. So wake up, grab your coffee, come hang out and talk all crazy things with me as we paint some minis. So I do believe, however, that is it for announcements. Let's go ahead and have our dear, dear friend, Otto Otmar III, bring us into tonight's episode for another episode. My brain's not even working.
something.
We'll be
Of
back.
something.
We're going to reset this craziness, and we're going to
It's
be
the
right back.
D&D show, Judd. The D&D show.
Oh, is that what we're doing? We're doing D&D?
You're on Earth.
Okay.
you're on Earth.
Thanks. I'm feeling a little more
space.
grounded. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah,
better.
yeah.
We'll be right
Gabrielle,
back.
did you snort that wine out your nose?
Let me tell you a story about a time that me and my friends found a new world. It started on a ship brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from sailing up Nacroli. For we are thee.
Exploded it open.
All right.
Game
so,
over.
so everyone,
Pretty much.
let's see if we can rein in some of this crazy energy. And you know what?
You say that every time, Jeff. I don't know. Why
I
you
know.
say that.
And I don't know how successful I really am at it.
Like, really?
Okay. But let's remember what happened last time in Anacroli.
Yeah.
So we started last episode Seville. You actually encountered a trap that was set for you by a fellow Edgeguard.
I sprung it. That was how I saw it.
Yeah. You saw you anticipated it, but you went into it and you actually made quick work of it. You managed to knock him out, and even his backup that had fired all these bolts from the rooftop seemed to have disappeared, and you grabbed him and brought him back inside the tavern. While the rest of you, having just met with Rigel Neverbottom, a dwarf who is in charge, second in charge of Azley and first in charge of its security, that you needed some help from him, and you started to have this conversation about everything that you were up against, and you started to feel like maybe you've got an ally here. Well, he decides to take you over to the palace with your newly captured Edgeguard. Just so happens that there is something that the necromancers are in Azley to get. It is the skull of Tanuthil. And you have precious hours before the steward of Azley comes back, who's kind of the head of the city, and will enter the kind of sacred vault and give him this extremely powerful and dangerous item. And Rigel doesn't want that to happen. So he's enlisted you all to, first of all, secure a special key that is distributed in 3 parts. Get all 3 of these and assemble them into a key, and then go down to the dungeons, try to secure this skull before the steward returns. And using a great plan, your cunning, your daring, and your charismatic efforts, you managed to secure all those 3 pieces and put them back together and to form this key, which you handed over to Rigel. Once again, meeting in Rigel's office, he opened up a secret kind of a door, an archway from his room that led down into what can only be a dangerous dungeon below the city. And that's where we find you today.
You mean all we have to deal with is a dangerous dungeon?
That's it. It's probably no big deal. I mean,
That's it.
Oh, it's a dangerous. What if it's a nice dungeon?
Yeah. Because those are.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
It's a little
dungeon.
It's
Does
like
anybody else get
sure it's
like
fine.
really claustrophobic when we're playing in an enclosed space? Imagination starts to feel like sweaty and nervous when I know we're going underground.
Oh.
Yes. Do you
Yeah.
remember,
That's-
Maddie, when we
That's
were in the
commitment,
stores?
folks.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Remember when the stores, we were in the stores and it smelled and
Do I remember?
you know how like you
Yes.
actually act what you actually really feel as a real person, and I kept like hating it in there and wanting to leave it because of the smell? It is because I really actually hate it.
You wanted to get out of
So
there.
much shit.
No, we were done with that.
I remember.
I just felt very claustrophobic with imagining some poop smell.
You know, it's unfortunate they didn't name the name of the game Verdant Fields and Dragons. You know,
That would have been.
they just
Better for
went
me.
with.
They actually
Right.
tested that, and it didn't test as well.
It didn't
so-
test well.
Test well.
You know, who would
shot
really
them
like
and dragons.
I think Verdant Fields and Dragons is where an Azora went. I am quite sure.
I
That
think-
is like right in like.
I think you're probably
I'm pretty
right.
sure she bamfed into an alternate universe called Verdant Fields.
Probably just
and
Verdant
Dragons.
Fields.
like a sign.
They probably are not even in
think so.
dragons.
Verdant Fields forever.
Do, do,
She's on the commercial.
do.
All right, everyone. So returning to our show. So once again, that's where we find you today. You all have watched, just backing up a moment, as Rigel, this stocky dwarf in front of you, kind of gesticulates wildly in front of this stone wall as little pieces of stone, almost like they're spinning within the stonework. You see it start to kind of unfold, creating this archway. And you
Melon.
see
Thank you.
Valley.
all of these torches lighting up on this descending staircase going down into the
Gets me
darkness.
every time.
And you also this kind of musty smell kind of wafts over you, and this cool air.
No.
As Rigel,
There you go.
you're standing at the front. What would you like to do?
Tommy's going first. Go.
So the first thing Rigel would like to do is find a torch. So he grabs the torch in front of him and lights the torch, and he walks. As he's walking down the stairs, he says, "We must hurry. There is not much time."
Okay. I mean, do you need help? Do you know your way? Is this your first time in this dungeon?
Yes, is it your first time in this dungeon?
Yes, it's my first time just going through the secret passageway that leads directly out of here through my other secret passageway.
Okay. All right.
Well,
just clarifying.
you have so many secret passageways. Maybe you haven't had time to get to them all yet.
Right. Or maybe, you never had occasion yet to use this one. Maybe this is the nuclear option.
Maybe you wanted to explore it with companions to experience it all in full.
The steward will be here in less than an hour, I think.
All right, we should be going.
We
Lead
must
the way,
get
my good
going.
man.
Absolutely.
My good dwarf. Lead the
You
way.
set the pace. I'm right here next to you, and I come up right next to him.
So can you, DM, can you describe what we're walking through as we're walking down
Absolutely.
the stairs, please?
Yeah. So, first of all, can you all hear the music? I'm going to turn up a little bit. Let me know if that gets too loud.
Sounds like a bus.
Ominous music.
So
Scotland.
scary.
Yeah, it's a bit
Scary
eerie.
music.
Very,
Okay.
very frightening.
So, yeah. So you watch as Rigel heads down these stairs and these stone steps. And at first, all the kind of dungeon entrances that you've been on have been very kind of rough hewn stone. However, as you enter, you see that this is just beautifully crafted. It's very different than anything you've seen before. And you remember back coming into the city that this entire city is built up. It's elevated a couple hundred feet off of the bottom of this caldera. So everything that you're in has been constructed. And you look at the stonework, and the seams are just like, you can't even fit a piece of paper in between them, and it's just beautiful. And you're descending down, but it still has that very dungeony kind of musty smell. And you go for about a good 50 feet or so, and it turns and starts going down another direction. And the whole time, Rigel's making a good pace, makes his way down to the bottom, and it looks like there's just this, like it just kind of dead ends to this stone wall. And you see him this kind of very small gesticulation with his hand, so he kind of sweeps sideways, and this little bit of stone slides to the left, and he peers out, and he looks and sees that it's clear, and gesticulates wildly again, and you see the stone just, and it just reforms into a door. And stepping out, Rigel, you look, and you're in kind of the grand entrance to this dungeon. It's a much kind of wider space. There are torches that are already burning. The ceiling's about 30 foot up. It's about 10 feet wide. You look back and you can see wider stairs behind you to your right, but Rigel turns to the left, and you see that you're kind of on this kind of sloping downward path, and ahead you see it opens up into a larger room, and there is a carved kind of facade and a large guarded gate. There are a couple guards out front, and cut into this facade are these spaces for these dwarven statues, and there are about 10 of them in all, in different poses, all of the same kind of gray stone, and it's probably a good 80 feet high total, this whole facade. It's really impressive looking, and the door seems to be some kind of a dark black iron, and the guards see Rigel approaching and just move aside, each one moving off about 15-20 feet and turning their backs to him. Rigel, you've been here a million times before. You reach out with a ring that you have, and you see that the metal, and you just hear this kind of grinding mechanism, automatic, just by putting his ring to the door, and these doors swing open. You pass through them, and you go about a 20 foot. This is a tighter tunnel here, and about 20 feet later you come out, you see these glowing braziers with this beautiful kind of like a greenish light coming out of them, and you're at the kind of precipice to a very large cavern that stretches off into the darkness, and you see that there are stairs going down once again.
Deeper and deeper, it seems.
Otto, do you think you can spare a spell? I'm not tip-top, but if you can, I'll manage, but...
Yeah, and I clasp a hand on his shoulder. Does he look pretty hurt? How hurt do you look?
How bloody are you?
I've taken some knocks. I'm not feeling all the way healthy, so...
Well, you know what you've earned yourself? You've earned yourself second level. You understand that?
Oh.
So I will do a second level healing word for you.
All right.
And
nice.
You will restore. Okay, not bad. 10 HP.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, my good man.
Yeah, I kind of, as the hand squeezes your shoulder, from that hand emits this healing energy, which he sort of like lets out like a deep exhale and summons the spell, and he just kind of gives you a nod and pats you on the shoulder.
I look at Rigel and I say, Rigel, I had only heard about these tunnels underneath Azley. I never realized they were that elaborate. How long since they've been built? I suppose beginning of the city itself?
Yes, you're correct. These have been here since the city has been here. And they will be here long after.
For what other purpose other than escape and hideout? Is there a different purpose?
There are secrets. Secrets that you can find only in the dark.
Well, it seems we've come to the right place. And I light up a torch.
And as you do that, Erisette, your head just whips to the side and you see this dark shape, kind of like it was climbing down the wall, coming close to you. You see it turn and scuttle into the darkness.
Okay, who's in here? What is it, Rigel?
Those are just skates.
Those are what?
Fine.
Skates.
They're skates.
Okay.
I think we fought some of them before in above Merrig, if I remember, those bald-looking creatures.
Remind me, did we
You may
defeat
know
them?
them as cloakers.
Are they hostile?
Oh,
Judd, can you remind me what they are?
You have, I mean, they're similar to a cloaker, which you haven't really. I mean, we had some of them in Kutha. It's a little bit different, but they're similar to that. So it's kind of an amorphous, dark shape. That as you're looking, now that she said something, you can see they kind of flutter in and out, like right at that 60-foot range if you have dark vision, or to the faintest edge of that torchlight. You can see there are several of them kind of keeping to the distance, but just kind of popping in and going out.
Well, Rigel, as long as you say they're friendly, they don't scare me.
Oh, I never said they're friendly.
You did not say that.
That was my next question. How
Yes.
easily are they provoked?
please, let's not try to make one of them our pet.
Well, suffice it to say, as long as you're with
Dagmara.
me, everything is fine.
Sevilla, never.
Excellent. Well, let's get on our way. Where would you have us go? And believe me, I'm very quick in the dungeon. I'm neither afraid of heights nor depths. So carry on.
So,
And I just nudge Seville and I'm like, just for the record, I try to only tame things that are real and living, of flesh and blood, and bigger than that, I don't trust that. So.
Whatever you want to tell yourself, my friend. Give her a little pinch on the shoulder.
all
And
right.
I kind of crack my neck like, okay.
And I listen to all this and I'm like, whew, he's playing.
And
And I just kind of say,
Quite literally, if she uses a chaos bolt.
Right?
Drakes.
Judd, what is Snack
rocks.
up to?
Snack is just keeping pace with y'all. Just obviously he's always is always by your side. So unless I say otherwise, she's right there.
Okay.
And Rigel, I think, without another word, unless you want to amend this in any way, just turns and starts making his way down these steps. So you come out of this tunnel, and there's like a 10-foot by 20-foot platform, and then more steps descending down into this darkness.
And you know what? Part of me feels like, hey, little weird, but I did an insight check on this guy earlier today / last session, and I trust him. So on down the steps I go.
Exactly. I'm thinking any guy that has that many secret portals is someone I'm interested in. So.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's not like he's likely to have a bunch of other secrets. Let's just,
It's true, right? It's
I
like
follow
dating
him.
a guy that cheated on someone to date you, and just you should know better.
I'm humming I'll Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie as we go down the stairs.
all right. So you all make your way down, and again, Rigel is leading you, and it's very kind of like Lord of the Rings. These stairs just go off down into this darkness, and a couple times they flatten out. You go through these little tunnels, and you come into another kind of larger chamber. Finally, you enter kind of what feels like it's leveled off here, and you come through a final little tunnel into a very large chamber, and you see it's still completely dark except for this shaft of light, this brilliant, like it looks like daylight, but just a solid beam of it And as you enter the room, you look up and there's a giant crystal in the ceiling, and it's glowing, and it seems to just be shooting down this beam of light on these two statues ahead of you. And you see there is a dwarven statue and an elf next to it. And
this is the moment to make a Lord of the Rings quote. Dagmar looks up. It says,
She's
"There's
ready.
an eye opener. There's an eye opener. Make no mistake." And I just, thank you.
and she's done. Logs off.
Wow.
That's it.
And scene.
She wants a cigarette.
You are dismissed. Thank you.
Said the line. Cut. Thank you.
So,
All right.
so these two statues, they're quite large. The dwarf is about 40 to 50 feet tall. The elf is, proportionally sized, so like 60, 70-ish feet. And the dwarf looks like he's in mid hammer strike. And the elf has his hands up, and it looks like he's casting some kind of magic. And you see that Rigel is heading right for those statues.
Are they at each other or just their poses?
They're just posing. No, they're posing like they're both kind of like looking out.
Got it.
Well, this was clearly done in honor of the great union between elves and dwarves here in this city. What wonderful work here.
The dwarf is Torriform Greyforge. The elf is Lethador Leodon. These are some of the earliest builders.
Can I get those names once more? I thought I heard Voldemort Grey Worm. I don't.
Definitely
Oil or
not.
vinaigrette?
Torriform Greyforge.
Chloroform?
It's Torrefim. So it's Torefem.
PM, yes.
Greyforge.
Greyforge.
I love it.
Honestly, what should be a reward
We're all like with our notes.
Rion, if we could do photocopies of Maddie's notes for tax. I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are worth it. They are.
We got to put some of that.
Entertaining.
We'll put some of that up on
Please.
Instagram for sure.
I mean,
Okay.
it's. Yeah.
Are they written on like a piece of leather?
Little pieces of paper with like a illustration.
It's
rhyme or reason. I can't find anything on them.
Honestly,
And fantastic.
They're glyphs.
it's beautiful to see how your brain works and makes us,
It is a
associations.
beautiful
It's a
mind.
beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It
is.
really is.
Oxygen. We're gonna oxygen.
I also just want to say that I am going as Voldemort Grey Worm. Like,
No way.
Lord's Grey.
Definitely.
That's a good crossover. I like it.
Right? I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
I like
This one.
I like chloroform. Grey forge or grey
Or
worm.
form vinaigrette.
All right.
Chloroform, grey worm.
This one shall not be named.
Shutting you all down, quieting everyone, and bringing it
The
back.
We
elf.
felt.
The elf is
Judd's like, it's that time.
Lethador Leodon.
Yes, left the
The elf
door.
is Lethador Leodon.
The fedora.
And
I'm just kidding.
legend has it that the firstborn, the earliest dwarves, are said to have come to Anaquili eons ago. They were rescued from another plane by elves, led by someone named Lethador. He was traveling through the plains, learning all that he could with his group. And they found the dwarves, enslaved by an unknown species. Lethador was said to be so touched by the beauty and love of our creatures, even under enslavement, that he risked everything to save us. Many of his elves died in the liberation. He then brought us to this realm. Well, to Anaquili, wherever it was originally. And now, we are here.
And with that,
Rigel.
well, go ahead. Go ahead, Sue.
Rigel. You said that they were going to hand off this artifact to the necromancers. Do they know they're necromancers?
That I do not know.
Well,
But what I do know is it doesn't matter if they know. We need to know that we have it and they don't.
So curious. I remember these names from my history lessons back in school and the
Very
academy
good.
when I was a child. Yes, but I don't remember them telling us that there are tunnels down below the city with the very statues of these two. Why hide them, Rigel? Why?
Because there are dangerous things in the dark.
Also, secrets are fun.
Well,
My friend, you're so
secrets are better when they are safe and secret.
Doug Morrow,
But a secret. Okay, I'll note
yes.
that.
Keep it secret.
roll a
Keep
history
it
check
safe.
for me.
Roll a what check? A
History,
check?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hogwarts, a history.
All
bet about
right. I got on my history check a 12.
A 12.
I was not a good student.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's enough. You
I was
know,
a
you've
decent
heard.
student.
You haven't gone down into the sub-levels of Azley, but you have heard of all sorts of rumors of things that exist beneath. And again, Azley is a pretty large city. It's about 5 miles across. I mean, it's not small, and there's like substructure all the way down, and so there's a lot of city that doesn't exist on the surface. Lots of things that you hear about, black markets and thieving guilds and all sorts of kind of fell creatures.
Thieving guilds, you say?
Perhaps.
Rigel, I have one last question.
Us.
Are we alone in here?
Well, no, there's
Define.
animals, spirit things up there. Remember?
Define alone.
Any other living, breathing creature aside from the shadows on the walls? Anything else here?
Well,
Anyone else, shall I say?
hopefully not.
I think what my companions are getting at is we were all sort of imagining we'd open a secret door and be like right where we needed to be. That's all.
That would be
Perfect, you know?
We just weren't expecting all this, that's all. We're adjusting,
I've just heard something.
Even you, fancy one. I can tell that you've been in a fight or two. You know that nothing is ever that easy.
Yes, you have no idea.
Judd,
And I
I want
laughed,
to do. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get a creepy feeling about this. Can I do like a? Can I do like a check, like an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 10.
Just because we had like a little bro moment, you
That's an insight.
you didn't like that?
It's a 10.
I mean, Rigel, you can tell that Rigel definitely has all kinds of secrets in that brain, but you don't sense any malice towards you at all.
All right.
It's just lack of information.
Yeah, it's just like I
That's
might
what I
not
thought.
want to. It's like I don't want to know.
You're
all
kind of
that I
getting the
don't know.
vibe like this is kind of like a master spy, who knows all the secrets, and you kind of don't even want to get into that brain.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely beginning to realize not to ask too many questions. All right then, everybody. Let's chit chat later. Let's just get to wherever Rigel's taking us. How about that?
And Rigel's already walking off at this point, and
Yeah. Save the
he's
chit chat
heading-
for later, guys.
he's heading over to the dwarven statue, and you see him, and he's, his head is like basically still like boot level of the statue, below boot level of the statue, and
Below boot level.
he reaches in the back with his left hand. You see he just puts a hand out, and you hear a faint kind of click, and the stone behind, or kind of between the legs of this dwarf, a small doorway kind of, and then it kind of recedes and then splits open.
Another hidden doorway.
And you guys see before you about another 20-foot hallway. The stone here is polished, and you see as the torches come in that the stone has changed color. It's all kind of been this grayish stone out there. As soon as you step over this threshold, it all has this kind of soft red kind of hue to it. And you're making your way down. At the end of this hallway, you see just what looks like kind of gold, just this kind of glimmering golden light just filling the space. Your eyes are kind of squinting, trying to adjust to it. And as you approach, you see there's a large octagonal room ahead of you. And you see there are stairs that go down about 12 feet, and there are there are 6 golden doors on the edges of the room. But directly across, your attention immediately snaps to this looks like a forge, like a dwarven forge, and the basin of which juts out into the room to a point, and there is molten lava, just kind of bloom, bloom, and you can feel the heat and smell it from this distance. But the light that's radiating from there are 6 braziers in here as well, but they're all emanating this golden light, and it's reflecting off of these large doors. It's impressive.
Judd, could I just listen to what the lava would sound like for if it was going a little while longer?
Just 'cause I'm not sure I caught that.
A little white noise.
There you go.
Okay, that seems good. That seems fine.
It's kind of my Minecraft lava.
Yeah,
you know?
I was just curious.
All right.
So wow, we're in a dwarven forge.
Literally. Is this the forge from which they do repairs, Rigel?
Yes, my child. This is the place of legend.
My goodness.
Goodness.
You'll have to give me a moment. I need to chronicle the details of this. And I have my torch, and I have my, one of his little journals.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking in all the detail I can.
Give me a perception check.
A perception check, okay.
Is this the equivalent of Otto getting a selfie with the forge? She's like,
This is everybody has that situation sometimes where they're the only one who maybe thinks this is that cool when they're in a group.
That always happens to me.
The history of this foreign land to our resident bard is, he's having a moment right now. But I got a 10 on my perception check.
Okay. Well, as you're kind of busily kind of sketching out this room, you look up and you see that the top is domed, and there's a beautiful kind of heavenly sky painted on the top of it. On the floor, it has been carved into that same kind of octagonal kind of pattern. So you see the stone, and then there's a vein of gold, and then another kind of layer of stone, and it goes out just flat, but it creates this kind of octagonal. It almost would be kind of like a spider web shape, except that it's so beautiful your mind doesn't jump to spiders.
Has the vein of gold been tapped?
No,
is it depleted,
it's constructed. I mean, it's just like a ribbon of gold between the stone. Then each one of the gold doors looks like a tableau of some kind. And from what you can tell up here, you see it looks like it's telling the story of the construction of Azley.
Perfect.
And I just run my hand across the surface, detailing everything that I'm seeing as this is a whole new thing that I haven't ever been to. So it's wow.
This is history even for you. The ones that they've hidden down below.
To imagine, it makes me wonder why they didn't tell us about all of this.
Indeed. Do you think every young child would be brought here early on to learn its history?
Clearly, it has too many secrets, and I look at Rigel, for us to be even brought here, so...
Yes, secrets. What a terrible thing.
Secrets are good because there are things that go bump in the night and things that go growl in the day, and they need to be below, away from prying eyes and
Okay,
faint
you are
hearts.
really talking in riddles today. Secrets are better secret, but they should be kept secret underground, and the other things go bump in the night. What are you getting at?
Tabby, where's your sense of place? I mean, don't you feel a little inspired to, wax poetic in these underground ruins of great historical significance? Come now.
Look, I know you've only known me for like a week, but
Right. I've only known you for 9 days. Go on.
but I'm not really one to wax poetic about anything or read poetry or consume anything poetic, okay?
I don't know that I'm convinced. I feel like there's something. I don't know what it is yet, but now that you've pressed my buttons, I might have to find out exactly what it is that will get your heartstrings pulled and all full of that sense of excitement. There must be something.
Yes, Otto, there was, but I already gave her that book. She's into skinning things.
She's into what?
Skinning things.
How dreadful.
And I just lean in and I
You gotta
say,
pay attention more, my friend.
if it's any consolation, it was worse years ago. Far worse.
Got it.
Old age, you see. Old age.
Never
Rigel,
mind.
what are we in
Carry
for
on,
here?
carry on.
So Rigel turns and he looks at you. He looks at you all, and he goes to where the forge is, and he puts a knife on the forge, and just out of nowhere he grabs a hammer and he slams it down on the forge, and the forge, what looks like a forge, just crumbles.
And I just go,
Oh, you were bad.
not weak.
And then he picks up the knife, he looks back at you guys. It was all a fake. The vault's over here. And then he walks over to the vault of souls that was hidden behind the forge.
Yeah, so as you watch, Rigel does this, and he just smashes the kind of retaining wall that's holding in this lava. And for a second, you all kind of jump back, but you see the lava just, which is not a mirage, it's not an illusion, it drains instantly down. And the stones that are now red hot, glowing from the heat of the lava, one by one kind of, and then just rotate to the cooler dark side, creating a path. And this forge that's right ahead of you starts just rising up into the wall. And a few moments later, you see another door appears. This one is different. Despite the kind of golden light that's flickering everywhere in this room, this door seems to be made out of some kind of silver that has this almost eerie green glow to it. And there is a spot for a key, kind of a large keyhole here.
Ah, well, if only we had assembled this key. Oh, wait, we have.
Well,
And I look proudly at all of my adventuring companions.
And I say, the suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts.
Well, hopefully it won't last much longer until he...
So Rigel goes and he grabs the key, puts the key into the lock. He twists the lock.
And I'm at this moment just kind of ready to kill him, just in case he's bad, but not that ready. Like, just a finger twitching toward my rod. Here we go. Here's the meme-worthy moment of the session. Yes. My rod of the Pact Keeper. I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, because we can just edit all that shit out. That's it. It's a bite now, man.
Move past that.
I inch a finger toward my rod. Okay, what? I do.
Yes. What was the exact phrase? Something about some. Anyway, I'll have to replay that
so
later.
as Rigel unlocks this door, you see it swings open silently. This whatever this metal is, and you just see this darkness inside, and it's almost like the torchlight that you're holding, or the golden light that's emanating from behind you, isn't penetrating this room as well. You can see it's not magical darkness. It's just there's a it looks like maybe the stone is black. It's just an extremely dark room at the entrance.
Can I see anyway because of my elven eyesight, or do I even have trouble seeing?
Well, right now Rigel's blocking your. It's not a very big doorway that leads in here. Rigel, are you going in?
Rigel's standing there for a second, kind of in awe. I don't know. What would I roll to both show that I am in awe, but also in control, so not to really show the rest of the party that I'm.
Yeah. Roll.
You know.
Why don't you roll? Why don't you roll a performance check for me?
Okay.
This is definitely a performance because you're actively trying to communicate these emotions.
I'm just 14. Looking around, and I can't quite see past him, and I ask, "So, Rigel, any more secrets here that we need to know about this time? Hopefully."
Well, I've seen this room, but I've never been inside this room.
All right.
Okay.
So everything is a secret.
There you go.
I tried. I'm sorry. Oh, good, everyone.
It was a valiant effort, really.
Yeah, and to the rest,
so 14.
Yeah,
14.
so to the rest of you, I mean, you see the moment of awe pass over Rigel's face, and then quickly kind of under control. And so, and obviously Dagmar, you kind of ask him about it. You see that he hasn't been in here before. So there's a little bit of this mystery unfolding before you.
Are you leading us in, or?
What are you gonna do? Trap us?
Tabby.
Yeah, just ask up front. Why doesn't that ever occur to us before? Right?
Well, it's simple. We should just definitely start asking. Or actually, we should just assume that if like a door shuts behind us, we're trapped.
That almost
like
reminds
a survey,
Yes. We need to start blocking barricading the doors so they can't close behind us every single time.
We should get some door jams.
The perfect door jam is Otto's rod of whatever pack.
His rod. His rod is great for.
Why don't we let me decide when and how I want to use my rod?
Oh, here's a great suggestion for you.
Can we do that?
All right, actually.
Go inside.
Can I be in charge of my own rod? Am I asking too much?
It's all about consent.
Yeah, it is about consent. Thank you.
Thank you. I totally agree.
Although, I'm going to back up a moment and say that the moment this door opened and you had this kind of direct access, you felt this immediate elation and desire that was not your own.
Ooh.
And you hear this voice come in your head. And it says, "Yes, in here. You must get it at all costs. Do not let it go."
Jeez.
And that's it. And that's it. Nobody else hears that. All right. What would you guys like to do?
So
I would like to wipe the sweat from my forehead and look out around me for what it could possibly be.
All right. Well, let me know if you're crossing in.
I wouldn't move ahead of Rigel if he's been leading us. In fairness.
So Rigel looks and says, "We must get the skull. I do know that there are guardians in here, but the need is too great. We must forge on."
It's simple. Some of us can deal with the threats that might get in the way, and then while that's happening, someone or a small group can go and retrieve the skull while the threats are being distracted or dealt with. It's perfect.
Well,
Let's hope you're right.
Is there any?
go.
Oh, sorry. Is there any
Everything sounds
broken?
simple enough when you're planning.
Is there any broken rock around? Anything to jam under this door?
You're doing it. Yes.
I mean, no. This is the retaining wall that he smashed, which did crumble to rock. You look back, and that is gone.
Okay.
And
Well, it's
everything
on
seems
Georgiana's
like
chart.
this is. I mean, you might have items on you though that might work, but you're not seeing any.
Does anybody have like a crowbar or anything?
I've got a crowbar.
I have a crowbar.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
Nice.
bunch of
have-
carjackers.
Crowbar.
Seriously.
Woman with a crowbar. That's just awesome.
Oh, I got a crowbar. Oh, I got a crowbar.
All right, so we got 2 crowbars. All right,
Okay.
Can I get a third?
let's jam a door.
Okay. All right.
Never
So,
know.
Seville, you
It's like
collect
what her
some
parents
crowbars.
gave her when she was leaving the house,
Yeah,
you know?
so-
Like, he's like, hey, you might need this someday. You'll thank me later. And he gives her a crowbar. You know, that's what.
Yeah.
he
As they
wants
were like
to.
willingly encouraging their kids to run away from home, they were like,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
this.
yeah. Now scram.
I
Remember,
imagine Seville
remember the
and
crowbar.
Otto just like jamming the door and being like, to each other, just like loving it.
Like, not this door.
Forget about it.
Not this door. All right. So, you guys take a moment. You collect your crowbars. You jam them under the door, and I assume you step inside.
Yes.
Good idea.
The door. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did we all just step inside? So Rigel went in, and then Otto goes in, and then everyone
You tell
else goes
me.
in?
You tell me.
I would
mean-
like to be last with snack, and
Okay.
I have a hand on my rapier just in case.
Okay. As you
Tabitha.
I
and Tabitha,
sidestep inside.
you look
sideways.
down at Snack and you see Snack's hair. As soon as the door opened, it went from that kind of slicked back, kind of, you know, that is kind of casual, to just like, you see this ripple down, and it's just standing up, and it's almost twitching, like he's ready to shift his coat to, or she, sorry, is ready to shift her coat to a different pattern or something. She looks very agitated and a little reluctant.
And mentally, as I'm seeing this shift happening, I'm just thinking, look, all I wanted to do was go to a party. It always ends in danger. And then I carry on with my rapier.
Yeah. So we should
Let's
have you
go.
aim for danger, and we'll end up at parties.
Let's try it.
Hey, do I notice Snack's hair thing with my passive perception?
Yeah, you have a pretty high passive perception. I'd say you kind of glance around as you're looking to get ready to go in. You're all kind of eyeing each other, and you see it happen.
Yeah. And I'm like,
You actually see Snack take a step back, even away from Tabitha, away from the door.
Do I see the skull anywhere?
No, you don't see anything except blackness. You got to step in and let me know.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm ready
Okay.
to go in and explore.
Can we light a torch in here?
Yeah, I
You
have.
already
I
have
have
torches. You have torches.
Oh, you have it.
Okay.
all right, I've got my moon touch rapier at the ready.
So I'm gonna say
hoping-
you all pass inside. Tabitha, give me an animal handling check to see if you can
All right, let's see how I roll.
keep Snack by your side.
Okay. That was a 14 plus. That's
Wow.
16 total.
Okay, so Snack, she's reluctant, and you kind of look down and you feel that bond that you share with this cat intensify for a moment, and you convey that I need you. You know, you have to be by my side.
I imagine I like squat down just a bit because
Okay.
we're pretty close.
Yeah,
to
you're pretty much eye level. Yeah.
And I'm just like holding her little head, huge head, I should say, and just kind of like looking into her eyes, and I was like, okay, got it.
and kind of doesn't, and then reluctantly starts following you. So you all make your way in. The door does not shut behind you. You can still see the room behind. However, ahead of you, you see this room. The stone in here is all jet black, and it takes a moment, even for the elves, for your eyes to adjust. And you see that there's some sort of a kind of a large raised area ahead of you. And as Rigel moves a couple steps in, you see these glowing green flames erupt out of these braziers at the front. And you can see there are columns that go around this platform. You see a hint of gold around in the braziers, but everything looks like it's made of this black stone. And you're maybe about 15 feet away from the steps that raise up to this platform ahead of you.
All right, I would like to start maybe even separating from the group if need be. I want to try to find the skull if it's anywhere near here. I'll go up the steps, glance beyond.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do so inconspicuously. I'm just gonna say, look back and nod. Let's find the skull, and scamper off.
And you start to make your way forward. You all watch as Otto very carefully climbs the stairs, and there are about 6 stairs that lead up to this platform. Otto, when you're there, you see that there are all kinds of carvings and symbols into this stonework ahead of you. You see a golden star right ahead of you. There's another, maybe a golden sun shape with little runic carvings in every bit of these kind of designs ahead of you. And there's no sign of the skull, but you can see looking down at the star that's basically at your feet, maybe like 5 feet ahead of you. You see gears, kind of reminiscent of what you saw in the old temple of Chaturel in the Cat's Teeth Valley that you saw before. Similar to that, like maybe there's a vault that's hidden inside of this platform. You can't quite see the star that's maybe about 20 feet ahead of you, but perhaps that has one as well, but you do not see a skull sitting out.
Yeah, I kind of let out like a whistle as I'm taking in the sight of all this, and I just look back at the party and I'm like, well, what do we make of this?
Dagmara, do you have any sort of light?
Do
you have any light casting spells of some sort?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes, I do. And I just, I take out I have a little staff according to my equipment, and I'd like to cast my light spell, essentially, which is just literally light, my cantrip. So I just take it out and just kind of imbue it with some light, and I kind of like Gandalf, bring it closer to that wall.
Oh, we got that.
Okay, you guys wasn't clear. Ace wasn't clear. I will risk with a little more light.
Risk a little more light.
Yeah, so I just immediately just yes. And I just shine it. And what do we see, Judd?
I mean, you see, since have you all gone up to the platform as well, or is only Otto up there?
Yeah, we're heading.
Well,
up
I am shuffled to
just behind Rigel. That will be my choice.
Okay.
All right.
I've gone up with Otto. I followed him.
Yeah, so, and I kind of, since Eris had kind of called back, I imagine I just immediately, as I walk, I just turn slowly, imbue this with light, and I get closer to the wall.
Okay.
Alongside them.
So you all see basically what I described before, but Dagmara, the thing that strikes you when you light your spell is that the light doesn't penetrate this room as well as it would normally do. You don't see it kind of going off and casting and reflecting off the stonework. It's like it's being kind of absorbed by the heavy darkness in this room. Otto,
This place is no ordinary place.
as you step forward, as I'm desperately looking for my Rigel mini, which I think I left in the other room. We're going to have a temporary one temporarily.
All right.
Actually, let me just show you all what we're looking at here.
Oh yeah.
Stand by. This might help paint the picture a little bit better.
Cutting away to minicam.
Let me see.
Ooh. Okay, pentagram.
That's not feeling good.
Okay, so
Well,
we don't know. We don't know.
I feel like
know
anytime
about
a
stuff like
pentagram is
that.
there, maybe no.
Wow. Oh, look at Snack.
Snack still needs to be painted. I apologize. We'll probably paint Snack on the next painting show. So come hang out. Oh, thank you. All right, let me figure out a mini for Rigel really quickly. I seem to only have evil minis here. That's too bad. But
Or is it apropos?
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Information, trying not to metagame,
Okay, I seem to-
trying not to metagame. I'm trying really hard.
all right,
Oh, I know he's not evil, not evil,
Okay.
not evil.
all right. I'm gonna say.
We don't know that. We're only believing our insight checks.
Okay.
I know.
As the rest of you kind of get closer and you start making your way, you hear this noise, and it seems to kind of reverberate from inside you. Just this. And you see these glowing lights on these columns ahead of you. And one by one, these lights is kind of just ghostly greenish blue lights appear, like they're stepping out of the columns and forming into these dwarven shapes. You see. Whoa. Oh, stand by. Camera falling.
Oh.
Stand by. Kick the camera. We're good. After reposition.
Little earthquake.
And the flowers are still standing.
And we're good. Another one.
Wicked.
Stabilized minicam.
I love the color. I love that purplish, greenish.
They're like bosses,
Yeah.
each one of them.
Rigel, you immediately see these dwarven ghosts appear before you. And just so you know, you're this kind of dark hooded figure here.
Yeah.
And you see that they all just have this intense anger on their faces as they're pulling their weapons, leaving this kind of smoky greenish blue kind of mist as they move. And they look at all of you. And we're gonna roll initiative, everyone.
Oh, shoot. Right before we roll initiative, I kind of wanted to say to Rigel, these are not some of the original benevolent builders of the city, are they? And I guess right then they get crazy.
Then nope. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, gotta change music.
And
Sorry.
Tabitha thinks, I think in my head, oh, I really don't want to have to fight in this nice outfit because we're still in our party clothes.
That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
That is
That
true.
means my armor class is boof.
Uh-oh. Well, you know, I will say.
Retcon. We knew we were going to the dungeon.
Yeah, I was gonna
so-
say, I'd say I'm gonna allow that. You guys would have changed.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
still have
Alright.
on my other fancy outfit underneath because
Very
I
generous.
would not have taken that off so quickly.
No. Yeah.
Tried to reposition this a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay. Good enough. All right. So, sorry about that. Now, everybody, give me 20 to 25.
21.
Ooh. Daggy.
Nice. Very nice indeed.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
15
yes.
to 20.
15.
17.
17. Auto. 15. Tabitha. 10 to 15.
13.
Me. 11.
I'll be right back, you guys, before we start fighting. I have
no
to go to
problem.
the bathroom.
No problem.
I get that way too. Like right before a battle, I feel the urge to pee a little. It's usually just nerves.
That's nervousness.
Yeah, I know. I've learned to overcome it.
Just a little piddle.
Airset, what did you get? 11?
11.
Hey, whatever helps you, you know?
All right.
You know,
I usually just let it go and like
free the bladder.
don't tell anyone.
And
There you go.
Yeah.
Rigel, what'd you get?
You haven't gotten to my category yet. So
Okay,
9.
let's go. 9, okay. You're the last one, so we'll just get you.
Yeah. All right.
9, you're going to let everybody else go first.
Yeah, there you go.
Gentlemen.
You're our guest. You should really be going before us, but if you want to roll low, then hey.
Hey, you know. Maybe I'm just cleaning up after you guys. I mean, cleaning up you guys.
All right,
He's
well,
just here to throw away the trash.
we can proceed. We'll wait for Tabitha to come back. But Dagmara, you're the first
Yes.
one to act as you see each one of these 5 ghosts materialize in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, I shudder a little bit, and I honestly, I'm just looking at all of them, and I'm just wondering what can I do, and which one of my spells can actually help in any way possible. And what I'm going to do is, at this moment, I want to use my both my twinning spell and empowered spell because, I mean, well,
Yes.
first off, sure. I was gonna say I would like to speak to them if I can, but I'm not quite sure they'll want to. And maybe as I'm like preparing, so I'm going to twin 2 chaos bolts, and then I'm gonna empower them. So
Double the chaos.
double the chaos,
Okay.
triple the excitement. And as I'm kind of like preparing them, I just turn to them and I just say, "What do you want? We as citizens of Azley, what do you want?"
Speak for yourself. We're not from here.
Don't tell them.
She is.
Why don't you do a persuasion roll for me?
Okay,
Let's just see.
let's just see.
Let's just see what you get.
Oh gosh, well,
You can do it. I believe in you.
no, it's
persuaded
9
me.
total. I have plus
yeah.
7 persuasion, so imagine how much I
You
got.
see these shimmering forms as you speak these words out, and their glowing eyes kind of catch you for a moment, and you feel that there's no communication here. You just feel this. You've triggered something, and there's this hatred. There's, you just see this intense anger on their face, and they're gripping their weapons, and they're opening their mouths unnaturally large. What would you like to do? You can go ahead and
Rigel, and this is like a chaos bolt is like forming, and like literally like my hands are starting to shake with the power, and I just turn to Rigel and I say, "Rigel, I'm so sorry, my friend. I have to do this." And I just like towards both dwarves at like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Nice.
Just hurl it towards. So let's see what we got here. I'm rolling first for damage, type of damage, right? 2d8s.
Yeah, you get to
no, to see
pick
if it
which
hits.
one.
You got.
I think
you got to roll. Roll
the
your
hit
attack.
first.
Yeah. Excuse me. Your attack.
Yes. Okay, that's 19.
Oh. That
Oh
hits.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
Hopefully that hits.
That's a miss.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
to hit a ghost.
You know.
Yeah.
Ghosts, mosts, whatever. Okay, so 19 for that, and then I'm sorry, I haven't used my twinning spell in a little bit. So
I think it just creates
An
a
empowered
duplicate of that.
It
that
duplicates
spell.
it, yes,
So you're gonna
right?
do
Yeah.
it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do the whole spell twice, right?
twice, yes, and then with empowered I can just re-roll up to 4 of the dice just in case. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yes, that
if
is
any
correct.
of them are
Then-
low.
Perfect. Okay. So and now I roll for damage. Type
Yeah,
of
you
damage,
roll
right?
2d8
Yep.
and 1d6.
D8. Okay. Got it.
You're casting it
So-
at first level, right?
Well, I was thinking of casting this at 3rd level actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh goodness! In that
okay.
case, you'll roll 2d8 and 3d6.
Nice. Cross-
Okay, so I got
Cross the
a
enemies.
4. got a 4, and then I have a 1. And 3D might need to reroll,
Yeah.
huh? All right, I'm gonna reroll this. 9. That's not a 9. That's a D8. That's a D10. What am I doing? Sorry. Let's do this again.
Yeah,
4
that doesn't make sense.
and 3. Yes, no, it doesn't make sense. 4 and 3. And you said 2d6, 3d6.
Actually, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
5,
the third level.
4, and 3.
Those are good.
Yes.
So
So-
basically, it says you pick one of the D8s
Yeah. Let me know
to
which
be your
one.
damage type.
What damage you're looking for?
Okay. Ghosts.
Yeah, right.
I'm just right. Let's just do psychic damage. Let's just try that. See if that. What? I see the face. What? Should I? Put
I don't
something
know.
different?
I don't know.
You
if
don't
it will
know.
be.
You don't know.
All right. No, I'll try psychic. I'll do psychic damage then.
Okay.
I thought you
Yes.
said sidekick damage. I was like,
I didn't realize. Like,
Flying sidekick. Okay.
right? I'm a psychic here.
Some Cobra Kai shit. Okay. All right. So
Little minion that
you're doing
comes over.
psychic
who's your
damage.
sidekick? Yeah.
So what's your total damage?
Okay. Well, so here we go. I got the 19, right? I'm building on top of that. And
The-
then I
you
mean,
don't- you
no,
don't
wait,
count
we
the
got
one-
the 3,
You don't count the one
yeah,
for the
sure,
damage
sure.
type, but yeah.
but I counted the 3d6, right?
And the other D8. Yeah.
Yeah.
D8s. Okay, so that was 5, 4, 9 plus 3, 12. And the other D8 was. How much did I get? I think I got a 4 and a 3. So
Yeah, 4 and a 3.
that is 15.
Nice.
So 15 total?
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty good. And you get to
Nice.
do it all again.
Right?
One more
So
time.
it's one after the other, or kind of do we double it? Or
Oh,
just-
and you should know this too. This is just if you roll it once. I don't know if you've read this part. If you roll the same number on both D8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to
Right.
another creature.
to
within
another.
30 feet.
Oh my god!
you could-
So
You
wait,
could
there's
also
another
use your
chance.
rerolls. You could use your rerolls to try and get them to link up.
True.
Can I try to do that? I'm so sorry. I'd love to try. Is there,
Or you
can
could
I
do it
try
on
to
your
that,
second
DM?
one because you twinned
Sure.
it.
Okay, let's do it on the second one then. Okay, cool. So I just like just hurl the one to the guy, to the dwarf at my 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Do it. Well, you have to still roll an
Do the
attack.
second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And make sure you're
And
marking
then-
off your sorcery points.
Dude, I'm not kidding. 19 again.
Okay.
So
Definitely hits.
okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay, so 2
Amazing.
D8s. Let's see. Okay, that's a
2d8s and
4.
3d6.
And that's a 3. I'm gonna re-roll on that. Okay, that's a 2. Dang it, and a 6. And I have what? 2 more re-rolls or 1
I
more
think
re-roll?
you have. How many were you supposed to have? 4? I think you've done 3.
I have 4.
I think you
Okay.
got one.
Well.
So just re-roll the 2 and try to get a 6 again. Maybe here.
Okay. Got a 1.
Nah.
So I'm gonna stick with the 2 and the 6.
Joker,
Yeah.
Joker.
Okay.
2 and 6, and sorry, we got.
So just give
3.
me the damage type and give me the total.
Okay, cool. Well, I have to roll the 3d6, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we got 5, 2, and 4. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do. This time I'm gonna do poison damage to this one.
Okay.
No, sorry. Let's do cold damage. So that leaves me with a 6. What was it? 5, 2, and 4. 7, 11, 17
Okay. So,
for this.
That was good.
and cold damage. You
Ooh, so much math.
you successfully blast that spell. You see, you twin it perfectly. You nail the first ghost, and you see, and it reacts. And the second blast hits the second ghost, and it just like splashes off, and it doesn't even react.
Oh, shoot.
Damn
I
it.
don't say that, but yeah, just Dagmar just goes, damn.
Yeah.
What'd you do? The second one was cold? Yeah.
And I just kind of hold, yeah, it was frost. Yeah, I kind of
And
had a feeling.
Dagmara, you're up
Just shake
here.
off my hand.
You're here with the staff here. Let me know if you want to move.
Yes, I see There's that column. I'd like to maybe just kind of duck behind it if I can to my left.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's just do that. So yeah, as I hit the second one, I just, the frost has already like just lingered on my hand long enough that I just like shake it and I just kind of like rub it and I just very quickly scuttle away and hide behind the wall. And I just kind of like scream out, "They're immune to frost!"
Okay, Otto, you're up.
Hide.
And Tabitha, you're up after that.
Poppy.
All right. So how many of them are there total there?
There
1,
are
2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I will target the 2 closest to me on like either end.
Okay. Got
And
it.
then I will also target the one that is sort of to Otto's 11 o'clock, if you will.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
I'm going to target the 2 end ones over there,
Yep.
and then one with a Bane spell.
Oh.
When I hear Dagmara say they're immune to cold, I hold up a hand like this, and as my eyes start to glow a bit with spellcraft, I say, "I don't think they're immune to curses, though." And I like let out a hand and just levy this Bane curse on those 3. And it says here that they make a charisma saving throw. So all 3 of them will do that.
Which is no problem. They're very charismatic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I hear ghosts are just wonderful at
They
parties.
strangely have pretty strong charisma, weirdly.
That's a bummer.
Of course they do.
Maybe
Although
they're
that was
trained
not
in
a
that
good
saving throw.
I'm gonna these are going to dice jail pretty soon because with my
nice,
initiative. So what am I trying to beat?
You're trying to beat a 17.
Oh,
I'm
well,
afraid.
first, okay. So first one to your left
That's
fails.
professional.
So
This
let me,
is-
DC right there.
so he's
My boy can cast spells, you understand?
baned.
Sure can.
Okay. Second one. Oh my God. Okay, that's it. I'm not rolling this dice anymore.
You're baned!
You're
You've
done.
been
Okay.
baned.
You're banged.
Dice have been baned.
The second
Bang,
one.
bang! Bang, bang, bang!
They've been rolling like crap for a long time. All right.
feel free
there
to
you go.
keep
There
doing
you
it.
go. There's a crit. That one. So
come.
two are baned and 1 passes.
And here's a suggestion. I don't know if you have anything handy to do this because we've forgotten.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I cast this, if you have dice or any kind of anything that you could mark next to the 2 that
Yeah.
are, just to
Yeah.
help us remember,
I just
like
put.
a little.
I just like wrote by their names. And,
There you go.
Then I'll
I'll try to remember too.
Let's
but-
all try to
It's-
remember. Yeah.
It's
And
the
just-
it's the 2
wait, okay,
up top, right? Jack,
It's
can you point to them?
these 2 at the top.
Yep.
And what I'm gonna do, seeing the curse take hold and feeling the curse take hold, I'm going to move that direction. Is there somebody in the corner? Is
Yeah.
that where you
Where
moved?
Dagmar?
Yeah, Dagmar.
Okay, I'm
On
gonna
to the
move.
left.
I'm gonna move up next to her.
Okay.
So I've cursed the ones nearest us, and I'm gonna move up next to her, and I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna use a bonus at. Well, let me see. I think I may. I think I will use a bonus action, and I will. Who hasn't? Anybody but Dagmar who hasn't gone. I think to Seville, I will give a bardic inspiration,
Okay.
Nice.
and
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll say, I know you Edgeguards aren't renowned for your creativity, but now's a good chance to expand your horizons. Find a way to kill a ghost, and that will serve as my my attempt to inspire you. So you know how it works.
He puts me down and inspires me at the same time. I love you, Otto. I love
It's
you.
a classic. It's a classic Otto.
It's- yeah,
sort of.
exactly.
He couldn't just give you a full. It just wouldn't be his nature. So
Yeah.
for the next 10 minutes you can
I'm
spend
very
the
inspired.
D6.
Okay, good.
Good.
And Otto, where are you moving to?
Okay, D6.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
move right
thanks.
next to Dagmar over there to my left.
And I
Otto's
just
left.
say, nicely done. Let's just hope they don't move fast, huh?
I guess we'll
keep
find
looking.
out.
Okay, great. All right.
And just as a reminder, the Bane basically means anytime they make an attack or a saving throw, you roll a d4 and you subtract it from that.
I'm holding my D4, so hopefully I'll remember. Okay, Tabitha, you are up.
Okay,
And the
I have
civil
one
you're after.
question, and
Yep.
then I have a plan. My question is, do I know anything about ghosts in the landscape of this world? We've encountered them before, right?
Yeah, you have encountered some ghosts before, so why don't you roll a history check, and we'll see how much Tabitha remembers in the heat of battle.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was not a good roll.
Adrenaline.
6 total.
6 total, yeah. Wow. Yeah, you can see through them. They're scary. They're fairly easy to maybe hit. You can't remember. That's really all you got.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do with that memory. I'm going to mount Snack.
Okay.
I'm going to clutch to Snack and then like kind of go back like jockey status. So that I'm like low. And then I'm going to just kind of command mentally Snack to go forward, and as Snack jumps forward up onto the stairs, I'm gonna throw my blink dagger, and then we're gonna be darting back behind where Otto and Dagmara are.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Which ghosty do you want to go for?
I would like to go for one of the guys who's been baned. I feel like the closer one.
Yeah. So okay, the one off here to the left, top left.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, got it. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. Let me click over to D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
We're going to roll, and we rolled bad. Okay, that was a 13.
13 hits. They
Oh,
are easy to hit. Easy to hit.
It
Believe
pays
in
to be
yourself.
good.
1d4 plus 3, so that would be a 4. That's lucky. 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 7 total damage.
Okay.
And
We'll take it.
Nice.
Yeah, and Snack has gobs of movement, so we're just gonna duck behind and kind of sneak into the shadows.
I'm gonna say, because there's not any room on the platform, you're just gonna move down here. You and Snack are gonna be on the steps, kind of crouched, in a safe place.
Yes, great.
Okay, great. All right, perfect. Seville, you are up.
All right, I'm going to dash over to the first dwarf that is baned, where everybody is sort of clustered over there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to strike it with me rapier.
Okay, go for it.
All right. And that is 14.
14 hits.
All right. Let's see, 1d8, so 2 plus 5 is 7, and 8 on the booming blade as I sheath it in magical thunder energy.
Okay, so thundered. I'm gonna hold a second die to remember that.
Thunderstruck. So that's 15 right now, and then sneak attack because I'm fancy my...
You are a swashbuckler.
Yep. Nobody else is near you.
So that's an additional 14.
Wow. So 29?
29 total.
Damn.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage and back away, sort of drawing it to me a little bit, but I want to back away to the, right next to Rigel.
Okay. Right over here in the middle?
Yeah,
Civil's down. Rigel's right here. Rigel's right here in the middle.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll go right with Rigel and stand with him.
Okay, good. All right. Nice. And that you see as you just tear into him, and it's like, and it looks severely kind of damaged from that attack. All right, Seville. Erisette, you are up.
Okay, I'm coolly looking at these, and I'm just quietly setting my hunter's mark. and I take my longbow after casting my hunter's mark.
Okay.
And I go for the one that's not the one that's farthest away from where we all are, the kind
Okay.
of one opposite side.
You mean a non-baned one? Yes.
Non-baned
I was
one.
hoping somebody would do that.
Okay,
Right?
so over here, like maybe this guy,
Which guy? There's a little bit of a lag, so I don't.
if you count down from the
Yeah, yeah.
top left.
Opposite-
it'd be- yeah.
Yeah, like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Right? Like 6 o'clock versus 12 o'clock would be where we are. 6 o'clock is bottom of the screen. Right?
Okay.
You see what I'm
If I
saying?
look at it like
Yeah.
this.
No, well, I mean 6 o'clock.
Sure.
This guy? This guy?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
down at
you always
the bottom.
do it from the point of view of where the
Yeah,
the-
I know. Me too. But we can do it. The screen that you're looking at, you can just tell me, like,
The
top.
screen I'm looking
Camera-
at on
camera down.
Twitch
Yeah.
would be downstage. Yeah.
Got it.
like that.
Got it.
Yeah. South.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
That one is not baned, so go for it.
which is good. I think we should clear out the non-baned ones first anyway.
Exactly. And I take my longbow.
So he is marked.
And so I go right at him, which means I get an extra 1d6 after all anyway on that.
If you hit it. Let me see. You got to roll your
A
attack.
13. Come on, John.
I missed that. 13 hits.
Exactly.
No, I was just saying.
right.
It'd be so easy for her to
Let's
get.
see what she gets.
I literally got exactly a 13.
Oh.
Thank God, because I talked so much smack on that. So
yeah, and on this one it
goodness.
misses. No, I'm kidding. It hits. You're good.
All right, so that's my first weapon. Of course, I have 2 weapon combat. So do you want me to roll my damage on that first, or my second arrow at the same guy?
Yeah, it's your choice. You
Second
tell
arrow
me.
at the same guy. Oh yeah, this one hits too. It's a 17.
Okay, so they both hit.
that's
Roll your
great.
damage for both arrows.
I shall.
And don't forget to add your hunter's mark to both. I
Oh, I won't. Don't you worry about a thing. I'm on that.
Hunter's
That's
mark. Is
a
it on them both of them? I'm sure.
6
it
plus a 6 is a 12, and then a 10 plus a 6 is a 16. That would put us at a 28 damage.
28.
Not only
Nice.
that's enough to kill
is.
that.
Hello.
Strike hard, strike fast. No
So-
mercy, girl.
Erisette, as you let these 2 arrows fly, you see each one of them pierces the chest of these dwarves, passing through, but you see it brings some of the spectral energy of the ghost with it as it passes through, and you hear it clattering off in the distance, and you can see it. And it definitely hurt it. That was a couple big hits there.
Okay, that's it. It just definitely hurt it.
Definitely hurt it. It's still up.
All right. Well, I used
damn
my
it.
bonus action. No, I didn't use. Yeah, I did. I
No.
used my bonus action to cast my
Yeah,
hunter's
you
mark.
did.
So
You
that's
did.
it from me.
Yep.
That's it from me.
Okay, do you want to stay where you're standing? Do you want to move?
Yeah. No, I stay right where I am.
Okay, great. All right. So,
Nice though.
you it's now the ghostie's turn.
Oh damn.
And Erisette, you see this one that you just tried to attack. And it seems to gather its energy. It looks damaged, but it's now so angry. And you see its face just contort and its jaw drops down and opens up unnaturally. And just this booming wave of energy hits you, and you feel this fear eating at your mind. In fact, Erisette, Rigel, Seville, Otto, and actually everybody except Tabitha and Snack. I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Sorry. guys.
Charisma, you say?
Wait, sorry, wisdom.
Oh damn it.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. Let's see.
By the way, friendly reminder, Seville, you have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, I'm going to use it.
All right.
I got a 14.
18.
Okay, all right.
13.
13,
14.
18, 14.
14.
14.
Dagmar, what'd you get?
15.
13.
13. Cicero, what'd you get?
15.
15.
Nice. All the
Wow.
We did pretty well, I think.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Erisette, what did you get?
14.
Wow. All right. So every single one of you, you've seen ghosts before. You feel this fear
yeah.
pass over you, and your first instinct is to turn and run and hide. But you steel yourself and you shake it off, and you see the kind of little bit of a surprise on this ghost face of this one. That one stays there. The next one down the line moves, just floats through the air. Erisette, I need you to give me a charisma saving throw. As this ghost comes right up to, this one's charisma, not wisdom.
Okay.
Comes right up to you. Ooh. What'd you get?
Yay!
17.
Jeez.
Wow.
And you see that its energy starts to reach inside you and kind of go inside your skin, and you step off and you fortify yourself and just mentally push this thing out. All right, this one comes over, Seville, to you, and you see he reaches out with a hand and grabs you. Let's see, that's 16. What's your AC?
16.
So you just feel this hand shoots out. You feel this instant freezing cold, draining energy hit you. And that's for, I can't roll a rainbow die for necrotic damage. Hold on.
I appreciate the color coordination.
Thank you. 14. That's 17 points of necrotic damage, Seville, as you feel it just drain.
Oh, no.
It's touch.
No.
I'm gonna use my reaction to have that damage. I'm gonna
Uncanny
use
dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
I'm going to tell you that I remembered its bane.
Right. Oh yeah.
And I
Oh, that's the
rolled-
Bane one. Oh yes.
Right.
Okay.
And
That's
so
the main one.
it does not work. As you see it reaches out, you just quickly just jump away right out of its grasp. It just passes through air. Bane. Bane is the bane of my existence. I can never remember it. That's better than I usually do. Okay. And then this guy, what is their speed? 40. All right.
You know what we should get is some of those little markers you can put on minis.
I know.
like a
I've been
little-
meaning to get some. I don't know why I haven't prioritized that.
Is that something that we could buy from, I don't know, a sponsor?
You mean our
know.
amazing sponsor, Skull Splitter Dice
That's a
and
good
Thrill
question.
Studios?
I should ask
Using our
our own code. Yeah, maybe
bet.
we'll see.
Right.
We'll see if Skull Splitter has it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe Hero Forge has them.
Rigel, you
Well,
see.
hey, if you like Hero Forge, you should stay tuned.
Rigel, you see another ghost moves up. This one comes right up to you. Dwarf to dwarf, you see kind of this extra hatred in its eye. You hear these words, kind of this ghostly echo that sounds like traitor in Dwarven. And I need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Is he baned?
He is
Oh,
banned,
wait, it wouldn't
but
matter.
it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter.
Not for this.
And I hear it, Chad. Since I speak Dwarvish, do I understand that?
Yeah.
I catch that?
Yeah, you
That he
catch
says
that.
traitor? Okay.
Whoa.
A dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Wow. Come on. Y'all aren't
dirty
letting
20,
my
I like
ghosts do
that.
their ghostly things.
Filthy.
You guys are no fun. All right. There's something in the way, Rigel, when he says traitor, that just fortifies you. And as you feel its presence start to push in on you, you not only resist it, you just force it back and push it back nice. And that leaves our last ghosty in the corner, who's not baned, and he moves here, and once again you see he starts to swell with this energy. He's got this, it's a small hammer or something, and he starts waving it like this, and his eyes are glowing brighter and brighter, and lets out this wave of energy. Now, one more time, give me wisdom saving throws.
All of us?
Everybody except for Tabitha, who he can't see.
So what am I seeing by the way?
You're seeing this kind of just blasting energy coming over these steps. Because you're literally halfway below the steps over here.
Yep.
So you can't see the ghosts, you can't see anything. You just see kind of the remnants of this battle up above.
Well, I got a 9.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Whoa.
12.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Very wise.
13.
Okay. So Ariset and Seville, you're fine. Otto, Dagmara, Rigel. This time, there's something about this dwarf that seems extra scary. And as this wave hits you, you just feel this sudden panic. You look around, all these ghosts, there's no way you can win this battle. And fear takes you. So you are now all frightened. So, so you can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn, and so you're basically gonna. I'll tell you when it comes to your turn. Well, actually,
they're scary.
Rigel, it is your
wait.
turn.
Right.
So even though he's got inspiration, or is this inspiration over? He's still.
You're talking about Seville's fine.
Oh, Seville's
Yeah.
fine.
I've already used my Bardic
okay.
Inspiration dice,
Okay.
okay.
but I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right, so
Rigel,
wisdom saving throw or charisma saving throw?
Yeah, that is a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you need to move away
Oh, okay.
because you are frightened. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
You have to move away, right? Or-
Yeah, like everybody goes to
Move
their
me down the
distance of
stairs.
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah. So yeah, I take
Oh, I
max
see.
distance away.
Actually, hold on. I'm looking at the condition.
It doesn't say that. It just says you can't move closer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see it. You can't. Yeah, you just can't move it closer to any of them. All right.
To the source of your fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the source of your fear is that guy.
Do you make your saving throw at the beginning of your turn or at the end of your turn?
At the end of your turn.
Okay. All right. And then since he's made me scared, try and do the exact same thing.
Ooh.
And
like that.
use the cantrip Chill Touch. It's
Hey.
necrotic cantrip.
I know that one.
So Rigel sticks out the palm of his hand, and out of the palm of his hand comes another translucent hand that has a trail and goes and grabs the dwarf around the neck.
Ooh.
And it now needs to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I rolled a hit.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a hit.
All right.
19.
No, that definitely hits. Yeah.
All right, and
you're going for the one right in front of you, right?
yes.
Okay.
So that is 11 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So, you lightning fast, even though you're scared, you reach out with that chill touch, you grab them and you pump that necrotic energy out of you, and you see that it just stares at you. It seems that it has no effect.
Oh, is it? Oh, really?
It is a ghost.
Because, yeah, well, so yeah, oh man, because it did say if I hit an undead target, but yeah, I guess it can't. It could be like a zombie or whatever.
You just healed them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit happier.
Right.
So wait, does the fear, just to get this right, is fear disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws?
Yes.
Both?
It says ability checks and attack
Oh,
rolls.
Ability checks,
checks. Oh, so not saving throws. I just read
Ability
it.
checks and attack rolls. Okay.
So yeah, so my wisdom saving throw was a 17
Oh, okay. So this
at the
time,
end of my turn.
so you don't manage to damage this ghost in front of you, but you kind of perhaps because you were so pissed that you didn't hurt this thing, and you remembered too late that you used the wrong kind of damage, you
Right.
managed to shake off your fear of the other one. You are no longer frightened. And
All right.
all right, and I think before we go back to the top of the order with Dagmara, I was looking for a more natural place to do this break, but we don't really have one. So we're gonna take a quick break, everyone.
It is what it is.
I'm so envious of you, Maddie, because my bladder is about to explode. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we all have seen
I misjudged my water thing.
Yeah, we've seen the
Go take care of your business, man.
Picture.
fucking water tower you're drinking out of.
Oh my gosh, I thought like, okay, we'll go to about 9:40, I'm good. Nope. Red alert, red alert.
I knew.
Is that why
I
you-
knew that
all
I
right.
saw the time going into.
All right, everyone. Before we go, don't forget we do have a giveaway going tonight for a Hero Forge, $35 worth for Hero Forge. He's gone. He doesn't get it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Stand by for details on that. You have to be present to win. We'll do it in a bit. We'll be right back in 10 minutes. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, we're clear.
Oh man, it was
I'll
so
be
hard.
back.
I started cracking up because the chat at one point somebody said, "Peter, you better go to the bathroom too because you had about 3 liters of water on this chat." I just started laughing hard.
If I need to remind you all, nobody is supposed to be looking at chat.
No. I didn't chat. I just couldn't help reading it when I had to go look at the terrain, and I saw that, and it made me bust out laughing. And it was all I could do not to comment because.
What had happened was I was looking at the
So what's the scenario?
And we are back.
Hello.
So before we jump in, I want to remind everybody that we are giving away $35 to Hero Forge to sculpt and order your own mini in premium plastic. In order to do so, you need to be present and you need to be following us, which I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, already are. Our code word, which is buried here in my messages with Ashley.
Well, while you're looking for that, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
In case you guys don't know
Here it is.
what Hero Forge is, it's really rad. You go on a site that has like a character creator, like from a video game basically, and you can customize how it looks, and that will be 3D printed into your own custom D&D mini character. It's why our minis look exactly like our characters as we imagine them.
It is actually so cool.
That's so cool.
And I remember being at Strategicon some years ago in Los Angeles. And Strategicon, and it was like I guess really early on when Hero Forge started, and there was like only like 2 or 3 people at this little tiny booth. And I remember though they had some of the minis, and I was like, they're gonna blow up. Like these are so cool. And I was not wrong on that one. They are awesome.
No, they've done really well. They can even now. We got Mad Birds, our friends, are joining us.
Hey,
they
Mad
can
Birds.
even now print color minis. So that's a new feature. I haven't seen one in person, but it's pretty dope.
It's so rad.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And if you guys have played Sims, I mean, essentially the process is so similar. It took me like 2 hours to figure out what I wanted my character to look like. Like every single thing from like a posture, like you have like 10 different versions of what the posture would look like.
You can adjust the facial expression. I mean, it's really cool.
You can micro adjust everything. It's pretty amazing. So definitely the code word is vault. The code word is vault. So please enter that one time into chat. You'll automatically be entered to win. You do have to be present when we do the announcement. I guess will be at the end of the show. So hang on. We're going to jump right back into our combat. And I believe, Tabitha, we left off with you. So you, if you'll remember, you are down these steps, and you're hearing all this craziness and this ghostly anger, and you're seeing energy waves pass over you. What would you like to do?
I would like to.
Wait, aren't I before her?
Yes, you got before him. I got a 15.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dagmara. Dagmara's up.
Dagmara's the 20.
first, yeah.
Yeah. So memory not too good tonight.
That was fun.
Dagmara, you're up. And then Otto, and then Tabitha.
Got it.
So never mind. Let's start that again.
Teaser. Yes, am I the fear is no longer passing through me? It's already passed, or?
No, you are still feared, so you can't move closer, and you have disadvantage on your attacks. And then when your turn is over, you'll roll to break it.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely feeling this fear, and I'm like just kind of looking at these ghosts, like visibly like shaking, and like my jaw is even like kind of shaking as I can't even like look at them, but I kind of try, and I just I raise my trembling hands and I say, in the name of all that is good and sacred and Azley, and then I say a little quieter, in the name of Cicero, I banish you from this city, and I just infuse my hands with my magic missiles, which is going to be 3 of them.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Magic missile. So
Love
I'm gonna just
miss with the magic missile.
let's hope none. And that's my hope, that I will direct them to 3 of the dwarves. And can you remind me which ones are not the Bane ones? Well, we have 2 that are very close.
The 2 close ones, these are both baned. The other 3 are not.
That was a perfect time to use magic missile because you're afraid, but magic missile will
Always
not
hits,
miss.
baby.
Yep.
100% of the time they hit all the
I'll
time.
go to the 3. Yeah, I'll just go to the 3 closest ones.
Sure, you're right.
Okay. Thank you. The 3 closest ones to you? So 2 of those...
the 3... Yeah,
Okay, all right, go for it.
What? 2 of those what?
I mean, 2 of them bane, but it doesn't matter. So...
Well, okay. Well, they're kind of close to us, so like I kind of want to around them.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yes.
No, I totally get that.
Sure. Okay, so let me just roll my attack first.
No, they automatically hit. You just roll your damage.
Never mind. Oh, that's what you meant. They automatically hits. Oh shoot.
So it's a D4 plus 1.
Yeah.
Not in a little bit.
It's a good spell.
So D4 plus 1, do that 3 times.
Okay, D4 plus 1. We got a 3 plus 1, 4.
Yep.
We got 1 plus 1, 2.
Okay.
And then we got 3 plus 1, 4.
4, okay.
Okay.
All right.
That wasn't so bad.
No, it wasn't so bad. And I'll tell you that the one that's closest to you, as you conjure up and you see, and you just see them, these kind of magic embers just slam into the ghosts. The one that's close to you, it's like his particles that hold his kind of ghostly shape kind of fade for a moment, like he's dissipating. He pulls back together. It's looking really rough. So.
I'm still scared.
You're still scared.
Very apprehensive. Yep. Yeah.
Until maybe you're not.
Yeah, you got to roll. When you're done, is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to move? Or stay where you are?
Yeah, I mean, can I just like hide behind Snack? Tabby.
Yeah, you can move down there.
Please just go. I'm gonna move behind Tabby. I'm gonna go there with that group.
Go
Okay.
for it.
All right.
So
yeah.
as I just cast it, I see it and I'm slowly like I imagine like casting it, and just with each cast just kind of stepping back further and further, and I just like stumble a little back down the steps and kind of go behind Snack.
Nice. Okay, so go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Ooh, let's hope. Okay, that is a 17 plus 1, 18.
Yeah, so
Yes.
this time you move down and you get into the company of Snack and Tabitha, and you just saw your missiles hit these ghosts, and you're feeling your kind of confidence come back, and you feel that fear just drain away. Nicely done.
Tabby,
Yeah?
let's kill these ghosts.
Absolutely.
Like I stifle it.
I'm on it.
Let's get it over with.
Nice. But Otto, you're next, and then Tabitha, you're up.
So it appears that the force damage I saw was effective then.
Yes.
Yes. I'm feeling like very. Yes, it was.
Of course it was. So the one that is nearest to us.
Yes. At the top. This dude.
Yeah, the one that's like kind of right in front of me.
Yeah.
That one's been hurt a lot, right?
That one's looking rough.
So I tell you what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna let out from my hand an Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Which, contrary
There
to
it
popular belief, doesn't do necrotic damage, it does force damage.
It sure does.
So, of course, I have an empowered Eldritch Blast. So let me see if I hit. 8 + 7, 15.
That hits.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is. There it is.
So I will do 1d12, which... Oh, hold on 1 second. There we go. 4 force damage.
4. Okay. You see that your blast hits it, and its form is shimmering now. It's getting paler and paler, and it's starting, like, pieces of it are kind of like falling off and turning to smoke. And it's there, but it's barely there.
All right. I should have actually rolled with disadvantage. I can redcon another roll. I'm frightened right now.
Oh, I forgot. Yep. All right.
Yeah, let me roll another one.
Yep.
Okay, no, I would have hit anyway.
Okay, good.
But I do have a second Eldritch Blast, so even though I'm trembling in fear,
Yep.
I let off my one beam, and I see I don't finish it, and I'm like, come on. And I shoot out another
Okay.
one.
All right. This time roll at disadvantage. Yeah.
Yes, I will.
And I got to get my Bane stuff.
All right. Oh, wow. I literally got a crit and a natural one.
Oh,
What are the odds?
Oh my God, that sucks. That sucks, dude.
That's kind of Otto's. That's so fitting to him. That's really him in a nutshell. You know, he has all this opportunity sort of here, but somehow he.
Which one was your first one?
Well, I rolled them both at the same time on the D&D Beyond app. Well, actually, the one that it lists
chronologically
was the one.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I make my save to try and be not afraid, right?
Yep. Do you want to move or anything, or are you going to stay where you are?
Good point. I think I might. I'll move to. Who's that to my right? Is that.
Seville is right here, and then Rigel is right next to him as well.
Yeah, I'll move kind of behind them.
Okay.
And I will give, this time, Rigel.
Okay.
A bardic inspiration. Wait, is anybody still afraid of the ghosts?
Isn't? Oh no.
No, I don't think so. Actually.
I'm not.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think everybody saved
that's
out.
fine. Even still, I'll give Rigel a. As I come up behind him, I say, I know these may be your distant ancestors, but clearly this has gotten personal. Why don't you fall the first one and inspire us all to do the same? And I will give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So I think you know how that works, Cicero.
I think so.
It's a d6 for me right now, and I will end my turn there so I can make my save, right, Judd?
Yep. It's a wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. 12 plus 1, 13.
Oof, just what you needed. Yep. And so, still feeling a little bit shaky, but you know, you're now kind of standing behind both Seville and Rigel, and you've
God, I'm so good. I even inspired myself.
There you go.
You do a little self-talk, yeah, and you kind of shake it off, and you feel that fear drain away.
Yeah.
All right.
That's in my turn.
All right, Tabitha.
Judd, DM, this is my fault because I didn't tell you because my teeth were floating in my mouth because I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
That's very descriptive.
But that ghost moved, and it was enveloped in booming blades. So up to you whether you want to do it or not. But that was my fault. I forgot to tell you.
Which ghost was it? Was it the first one?
The one directly to Seville's left.
Yeah.
Up to you. It's totally cool. I forgot to tell you. So.
Yeah. We'll just hold it. See if he moves again. I'm putting it down.
Oh, you will.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tabitha. Go. Oop.
Okay, so Tabitha turns to her right and she looks back at Dagmara and she says, "Don't worry, I'll protect you." And she was like crouching in jockey position, but instead she like sits up and like makes her body as broad as possible and like holds her hand, recalls her dagger using her cunning action, and throws that shit again on the guy that's right. Woo!
I love everything about it.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Throw your attack. I love it.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see if it hits.
Kill him.
That's 13. I think I did the same last time.
Yeah, 13 hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And I just
Okay.
go, Tabby, I did not feel more protected even in my own home in Azley. Wow.
And
Remarkable.
And it's cool, Tabby, because at kind of on the back of the cat, you just throw it, and the rest of you that are up on this platform, you just see this throwing knife just barely miss that top edge of the step and go right into that ghost.
We're just like watching the knife. Yes.
So that would be 6 damage.
So, yeah. How do you want to end that one?
Yeah.
Anything special you want to tell us here?
Nice.
So I just want to say that it hits the ghost directly in like the head. I don't know if that's like the best place to hit. I'm just assuming it's a ghost.
Actually, it makes sense. Yeah. Go for it.
And then I'm imagining in the moment, I'm coolly going to recall the dagger.
Nice.
Swing it around my finger and put it back in its holster. Obviously, I need another cunning action to technically do that, so we'll see if the battle continues that long, okay?
Yeah, we'll say it's fine.
You're queuing up to do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Those of you that saw the dagger come in, you see it catches the ghost right in the head, and it just kind of falls back.
Nice.
And its form dissipates, and you see this ball of glowing energy kind of race and then shoot down right where that star is in the middle, and it's gone. Nice, Tabitha.
And I whisper, I whisper over to Rigel, "All right, you might not be the first, but still, that's no reason to get discouraged. Go and take one of these things down."
Tabby, anything else you want to do? Any movement, or you want to do anything with
No
stack?
movement. I'm protecting Dagmara.
Got it. All right, Seville, you are up. And Ariset, you're after that.
All right. Let's see here. Is that one in melee with me? Am I close?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already in melee. Okay, let me attack that one, and I just point out wide. Someone's got to get Ariset's back. She's exposed. And I'll hammer this ghost here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to move around to flank
Where
it.
is she?
She's right
She's
here.
on our right down the board,
and
but
she's by herself with a ghost.
Yeah, she's by herself. So
Ew.
I'm pretty close to her.
yeah. So I will swing onto the back of that ghost and flank so I can get advantage for myself.
It's a good idea.
And let's see. First one's an 18, and the other one is a 10. So yeah,
Yep, hits.
definitely hit.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And that's 1 + 5 is 6. Plus 1 is 7 for the booming blade, and then sneak attack is 7.
So give me total.
So that's 14 total.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at, after yelling that out, I will stay flanked so Rigel can hammer away.
Got it. Okay. Nice. All right, Ariset, you are up. Hope you're muted.
Oh, you're muted. Oh, have you been muted this whole time? Have you been
I just
talking?
thought she was really quiet.
Yeah, I thought you were having a quiet moment. Buddy.
Azar, no.
Oh, she's back.
She's probably thinking these guys are really jerks tonight.
Actually, no. I just been listening so acutely, I didn't even realize. So.
Okay, well that's better.
So what I was going to say is I'm wondering whether all those scary attempts by those ghosts that didn't even throw me, whether they broke my concentration.
Yes,
or not.
attempts.
They were attempts.
No, because you haven't been damaged, right?
I haven't been. They didn't. They were like, whatever you got.
Your your hunter's mark is still up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I am still going after Mr. really close to me.
Yeah.
The guy right next to me, and I want to finish him. So is it? And I can't remember. Is that the same guy, or am I transferring my hunter's mark to him? I can't tell here whether he moved closer towards me.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It was probably either him or that guy who's in the corner still.
Yeah,
Regardless,
One in the corner.
I can transfer it if I need to. So
You
I don't
can,
even-
yeah, you can transfer. You can bonus that. I think it is this guy who was marked before.
So-
It is, because
so-
I wrote it down, yeah.
Okay, so he's the same guy. So I'm like, let's end this. I'm tired of you. And I go again at him with my longbow. And
You are in
nice.
melee. It's like literally right in front of you. So you would be at
Yeah.
disadvantage with your bow, but you do have your rapier.
Even with my short bow, I'd be at disadvantage?
Yeah, with a ranged weapon when you're literally in
Then
front.
I'll go with my rapier and I'll just start with that.
It's
I'll
up
start
to you
with
though.
my-
I mean, you can still try it.
No, I don't want a disadvantage. He's right in front of me. I'm just gonna go first with my rapier.
Yes,
And,
yes. I mean,
let's end this.
disadvantage is a bummer. I know from my last turn.
So, yeah. Disadvantage sucks. So, and it's very much like I'm bringing back all my fencing training that I would do with my brother and my dad. Like he's in such close range. So suddenly you're seeing like almost like like as if I'm fencing with this guy with my rapier and I'm going right at this guy. Yeah, and that would be a 10.
A 10 does not.
Damn
hit.
it.
It does not. So that gets awkward really fast, but luckily I'm like, oh, Aracet, cut that shit out. Like, just concentrate. And like, I snap back in and I go again because I have 2 options. So
multi-attack, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, shake it off. And I have a 25 this time.
That definitely.
Yeah. So forget the,
We'll just forget about that part.
We'll just forget my, like silly fencing attempts. And then now that I'm keyed in, I'm getting on this guy, I'm getting a, let's see, that would be 5 plus 6, 11 damage on it.
11, okay.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, and if I'm right that this was the first one that moved, I think it is. Tell me how you want to end this
Finally.
ghostly fool.
Okay.
Yes.
So actually, the way it plays out is I'm like, and I'm like, and then I'm like, anyway, and I just shove it like right all the way through, and I twist it a little at the end, and I shove it upward, and I try to fling a little bit of its astral matter.
Yeah, you do as the blade.
Astral matter.
The blade comes up. You see that the image of the ghost just splits in two, and it just kind of falls apart. And this kind of remnant light that you see, just like the first one, just goes and whisks back down to where that star is and disappears.
Okay.
And it is gone.
Awesome. And I wipe my blade on my bodice and I put it back in, and I, as a bonus action, I transfer my hunter's mark to the guy catty corner, away from the rest of them. The one that doesn't, I think it doesn't have any bane, right? There were 2 that don't have bane.
This one right here?
Three that didn't have bane, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Southward, or like south.
There's only one that has bane. This guy has bane right now. And then these
I
two
want the
do
one
not.
that doesn't have bane. So
it's
the
either
one
this
closest to me, to my right.
This one.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I can't see what you're pointing. I don't see your hands.
It's the one on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So I transfer my hunter's mark to him,
Okay.
and I say, "You're next."
Yes.
How
Yes.
things you can do each action. It's so dope.
Yeah, I know. Now that I know how to do it, I'm like, I love it.
You're so
She's
cool.
fast.
And Ever said, as you say that, you see that ghost that you say that to, just kind of stares you down. Oh, didn't get that weapon back. And glides right up to you, and you see its hand comes out to grab you. Let me roll.
Oh no.
Hey, wait, is that one baned?
This one is not baned. The only one baned now is this guy that's in front of Rigel.
right, yeah, there's only
All right,
one baned.
that is a 22 to hit.
Fuck, man.
And that's
It misses, right? It misses, right?
Don't I get a save or anything?
No, you don't.
No, it's just whatever your armor class is.
That's 17 points of necrotic damage as the ghost's hand
Eek.
touches you. And you just feel your very
Yeah,
life force drain into it.
Oh no, that was not consensual.
No.
Not consensual.
they're not cool that way.
I said 17, like I don't roll on this, nothing.
No,
I'm just.
you subtract 17 from your hit points. That's all
It's
you get
fine.
to do.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
fine. It's
that
fine.
person's turn. Okay.
It's fine. Do I scream?
Oh yeah, because he's the healer. Ugh.
That's hilarious.
Next, Rigel, you see the ghost in front of you. Also doesn't get that weapon back. Is just going to, looking at, it's kind of surrounded, and it just reaches out with its hand on you. That's a nat 1, so that it's just like it's moving.
It misses.
It's slow and it's not doing well. And with a bane, that's a -3 to
I
hit.
made a ghost. I just made a ghost get a -3 on its attack roll. Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Well done. And welcome, Quests in Chaos. Welcome to the game. All right, and so that leaves this last one back here. You see this ghost is watching everything. Let's see. Also doesn't get that weapon back, and it's going to one more time just and. Anybody who can see, which is just Seville, Erisette, Rigel, and Otto.
Wait, which one is doing it? Because I'm.
This one. It's behind you.
Yeah, so I can't see him because I'm
It's
right.
what it can see, not what you can see.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
That it can see. Within 60 feet. All right. So, and Otto, roll yours at advantage for me, and I'll tell you why later.
All right, what are we rolling?
You are doing a wisdom save, please.
15.
Okay, saved.
1 second.
Erisette,
17.
saved.
16.
13 and 16. All right,
Yeah, 16.
everybody saves out of that.
Yay.
Damn. Okay. And let's see. It's gonna come over here. Otto, it's gonna be right next to you, and that is it for the ghosties. Rigel, you are up.
All right, it's about time. Let's do something else.
Reminder, you have your bardic inspiration, friend.
Thank you very much, friend. So Rigel looks at the ghost that is right in front of him, and this time his eyes get white, and it looks like there is lightning coming out horizontally.
Ooh, okay.
He uses his cantrip, Shocking Grasp, and out of his lights form a hand. This time, again, the hand goes around the neck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He goes straight for the jugular.
Right.
I like
14 to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right.
Do you want to try rolling that advantage? Because I'm flanking him.
Oh.
Yeah. In case you crit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Let's do it again, man. And 23, but
no
crits.
natty. Okay.
No
All right.
crits.
All right.
All right.
Well, you definitely hit him.
All right. All right. And let's roll the damage. Our damage is 8 points of damage.
8 points
of lightning damage.
Okay.
That should do it.
As you see the lightning, the hand comes around and the lightning surges through this ghost's body, and you expect it to do some pretty significant damage.
Judd,
it
no.
hurts it, but it doesn't seem like it does full damage.
Come on.
The ghosts. They
are
actually,
ghosts.
But it does hurt it, and it is looking pretty ragged.
All right. Well, then, let's see. Am I gonna do any? No, I am. You know what? Actually, I'm going to cast. No, I'm not going to cast anything. Nope. You're right.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rigel. Dagmara, we're back to you.
Awesome. So I am feeling, thanks to Tabby's very courageous move, and I'm very impressed watching her. I'm feeling quite enthused and just kind of shake it all off. I kind of give her a wink. Shake it off. And I step forward and I look at Rigel and I say, speaking of history, Rigel, and I look at the ghosts. There's 2 remaining or 3 remaining right now?
3.
3. Speaking of history, I've seen ghosts scarier than these in children's books. And I just like reload, just like Henry Cavill reloads his biceps in Mission Impossible. Just like or Doctor Strange getting his little things. I just get my 2 twinning chaos bolts again, and I just like.
Oh, I love that you're doing it again.
I'm like, yes, ma'am. This time, and this time I'm like kind of smiling
Okay.
at them. I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Okay.
I'm gonna say you have to move up here so you can actually see them.
Okay.
So you're just on the corner.
In that case, as I'm walking forward, I'm like,
okay, that's cool.
walking and talking, and just kind of make it the coolest it can be.
Nice. Love it.
Let me just roll some damage and see what happens, because this might fail very well. Okay, well, first one is 5, so.
So the first one almost hits Otto as you come up. The first one you can see, Otto just singes a bit of your coat. You're like, oh shit!
Oh shoot! I'm like, sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, are you going evil again?
Promise not. No.
Okay.
And second one is cool. Woo! 17 for this one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. The second one you just blast. You have it's just a direct shot.
Okay. So
twinning a spell is like a hack to get advantage in a way.
That's true.
It's pretty awesome. It kind of helps, like a surefire way. So I feel it kind of like coming out, and let me just roll a 2d8 real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so I got 4.
And what level did you cast 2. This one?
Second level.
Okay. 4 and 2.
Yes.
Okay.
4 and 2.
You'll do 2d6.
And I can pick any damage, right? I'm not mistaken. That's
you could.
right?
I mean, you pick one of those. Pick one of those d8s, and you can look at that damage list. If you click on the spell,
okay,
it'll give you the layout, and you can pick which one of those.
3 and 5 for my 2d6.
Okay. So you rolled 4 and 2 on your d8. You would have to pick either force or cold damage. I'm pretty sure those are the ones that you have.
I'm
to
gonna
pick
do force because it seems like force could work. So let's do force, and then I'm left with 2. It was 3 and 5, so 8. That's 10 total.
10
for this.
So how do you want to end this one?
Oh my gosh. Okay, how close is this thing? Let me just see.
It's like 15 feet away.
Up kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you can go all the way up to it if you want.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay now the one failed. Oda thinks I'm kind of evil, but all I do is I just kind of like give him a smirk, and I just like, I'm so ready to end this thing that this thing is like, the chaos bolt is like weaving around my hand, and I just like walk towards it with that smile of like, not afraid of you. And I just look at it straight in the eye, get right next to it, and as it's opening its mouth, I just go like,
oh,
yeah. Almost like, as it turns into an orb, I just like take it and I hurl it down into this star where it came from.
Awesome. I love it.
And I just
excellent.
After you do that, like Otto like looks at you and he's like, "All right, you convinced me. She's good.
She's good, everyone."
And I just exhale because it was a little scary, but I'm going like, yes.
That was excellent.
Well done.
I'm gonna stay there.
Nice, Dagmara. Okay, so you see that this one just dissipates, becomes that little kind of like weak, feeble energy that goes right back into that star like the other two did before it.
Hey, fellas, we gotta start pulling our weight a little bit, okay?
Well, it's your turn, Otto. It's your turn. Show us what you got.
All right.
Oh shit! Well, some timing.
There he is.
I was hoping more of that could just be, you know, on someone else, but shit, I just spoke that onto me. All right. So there's one literally right next to me to my right.
Yep.
Okay.
So you whip around.
Let me see here. I will draw my trusty +1 rapier. I say it's trusty because, of course, it was a gift from Seville, but Otto has literally named it Trust.
That's right.
Took it from Dagmara, by the way.
Otto's, what was that?
Seville took it from Dagmara. He was like, hey, Dagmara, can I borrow this? Here we go, Otto. Do you have that moment?
So ironically, he's chosen to name it Trust, given that strange process of procurement.
Right.
But
It's a tradition on the show.
I draw my magic rapier and I just stab out toward the ghost's heart
Okay.
in hopes of ending it. So let me see how I do.
Yeah, this one has not been injured yet, so.
Okay, well.
Well, there you go.
11 plus 7, 18.
18. Solid hit.
Yes. And due to my duelist feature, when attacking with just one hand, which I am, I do extra damage. So, I do 14, which is the most I could have done. Piercing damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, great, because it's a magical weapon.
And it is magical, yeah.
So what's your total damage? You did 18 before?
No. That was just my roll to hit.
Oh,
so
I'm
my
sorry.
total is 14.
14,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, if you want to subtract another 18,
No, we're good.
You're not gonna hear any
good.
argument from me.
We're good.
So yeah, 14 total, and
Got
I
it.
think I'll use a bardic inspiration, but this time on myself.
Oh yeah, you deserve
Which
it.
you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Nice.
That's not how bardic inspiration works. It does if you have chosen the
Evil way of life.
the duelists. No.
The fucked up path. Yeah.
Nice one.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Path of the Child Slayer. Yeah.
That little baby kid.
Hey, man.
Soon.
That was pretty good. But I think what I'm getting at, jerks, is I want to do a defensive flourish. Which means I'll actually do some extra damage, because if I take the attack action on my turn and I hit with the weapon attack, I can expend my bardic inspiration and I'll deal an extra amount of damage equal to what I roll on the die. But because I've done a defensive flourish, I'll also add it to my AC as I get poised to dodge.
That's cool.
So
That's
I
cool.
did 14.
Yep.
It is pretty good. It's like, Otto's not as bad at fighting as everyone.
Who says you're bad at
I
fighting?
wonder who's helping him.
Stop it! An extra 4 damage.
Okay.
An extra 4 damage, so a total of 18.
All right.
And that means your boy's armor class is 20 right now.
Ooh, tough.
Beat.
All right.
That's
Nicely
gonna do
done. Nicely done, Otto. All right.
Thank you.
Let's see. Did we go out of order? Did we fuck this up? Let's see.
I hope not, because I was really proud of that.
Tabitha. No, Tabitha, you're good. I'm just remembering last round.
I'm on deck.
Tabitha, you are. Yep, you're up. Seville, you're up after that.
Okay, so as I said before, your seconds have passed. So she recalls her dagger. She flings it around her finger. I don't know, as if it's like a pistol in an old Western. Whatever. She puts it back in her holster.
Yes.
Holster.
I don't know. I'm going with this whole Western thing.
Okay, we like it.
I'm with you. I'm with you every step of the way.
And then who's left? I'm trying to tell from this.
We have 2 ghosts. There's one right next to.
I see them.
Okay, yeah. Just 2
Okay,
ghosts.
so I duck back into jockey mode.
Okay.
And I pull out my rapier.
Okay.
And as I am riding past the first ghost, careful not to hit. Who is that? Otto? I'm passing.
Why is it you guys are always putting me as the expendable one? Why am I always in friendly fire? I mean, I just, I know I'm not as good at fighting as some of the others, but what gives?
Well, I honestly feel you deserve it for the levels of sass that you are bringing to the table.
Well, I couldn't argue that. I could not argue that.
So I basically joust from my swamp cat.
I love it.
With the ghost.
That's awesome. Okay.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Someone look up the rules for mounted combat.
Nope, we're not going to. Go ahead, roll your attack.
Whatever. We'll just see.
We don't care.
Okay, that's 15 plus 6, so that's 21.
Definitely hits.
Wow.
Nice.
This is a D8, 1d8 plus 3. Okay, so that would only be 6. That's a total of 6.
Okay. Nice.
Wait, 6?
That's what we got, okay?
Yeah, 'cause she
Are
was
you hitting the one right next to me?
Yes.
Why would you get your sneak attack or no?
Oh, yeah, can I get sneak attack?
Yeah, I think you can actually.
Okay, so that would be...
Yeah, you can roll your sneak
3.
attack on that one.
I was like, that sounds so low.
And interestingly, some people don't think that you should get sneak attack on ghosts, but I actually, I did some research on this before, and I allow it because I think I give it more of a, not a corporeal attack, but more of a rogues know timing and how to strike in the right moment. So that's kind of
makes
more,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled the D8 and I got a 3, and then I add plus 6, and then I added 9. If I'm rolling this 3 times, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yes. So plus 9. So that's 3 plus 6 plus 9.
No.
So that's 9 and 9.
That's 18.
Yeah.
So 18 total. That includes the 6 you already did.
That's good.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
By the
awesome.
way, if someone ever does get this, or if we show my notes, it's all just me doing math. Like I should be able to do in my head. Like longhand.
Well done, Tabby, though. I mean, you're starting to see this ghost, like the other ones, is starting to kind of deconstruct. You see, bits of it are kind of floating off and turning to smoke in front of you, and it's...
Would you just be gone?
That's all right. Anything else
I
you
just
want to do?
imagine Tabby walking away with her belt and like her jingle ball
disengage.
spurs.
If I still have any movement.
You do. Where do you want to go?
I would like to go back down those stairs. Down the stairs has been really good to me this
All right.
round.
Let's just kind of put you back over here.
It's
Then.
been working for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you
I'm
can
not
get that
gonna
far.
change
We'll say you can get you about right there. Okay. All right. Seville, you're up.
All right, so I hear Ariset's call, and I look to my left, and I see she's engaged with one of these ghosts, and I just grind my teeth and charge over there. I'm gonna make sure I'm flanking the ghost. And I just go, "You called," and I just drive my rapier right into the back of this ghost.
Nice. Roll an attack.
I just called to say you're dead.
Oh, you be dead.
Again.
For the second time.
Harmony's happening.
That's really beautiful, you guys.
24 to hit.
We finally
that
found the
hits.
poetry that you like, Tabitha.
right,
This is
let's
what you
see.
like.
I knew I would find it.
11.
Sardonic death songs.
That's all.
5.
It fits, actually.
Death poetry.
It really does.
Okay. 7, 9. So we're gonna do 25 points of damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
What?
Finally, this thing's got to be dead. Come on.
We've already heard it. It's gone.
This is the first time this one's been hurt, actually.
Oh.
This was the one at the back that moved forward, but that's still, that is a hefty
Left
hit.
behind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even see you coming, Svils. You just run up, and Ariset, you see his rapier pass through and come out its front. It's it twists around. Nicely done. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Seville? You're going to stay there?
I'm just going to stay there and give Ariset support.
Perfect. Ariset, is your turn. You're up.
Thank you so
Bring it
much.
home, gal. Bring it home.
With relish. And I'm using my rapier again. It has its hunter's mark. Let's remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This one's
the
marked.
first one doesn't seem, I don't think, to hit. It's a 10.
Oh,
Probably
just
missing
misses. Just
Because
misses.
I'm hurt, so I fall
Advantage. Advantage.
Oh yeah,
But
did you roll at advantage? Was that at
Oh, I
advantage?
get advantage?
Yeah, because
I
you're
have
being,
advantage on
You're
it's being
flanking.
flanked with Seville.
Oh, yes!
We're going to dance
It's
this thing to death.
It's 17, in fact. It's
Oh.
a
There
7
go.
fucking teen.
7 fucking
So-
teen hits.
7 fucking team?
7 fucking teen, which means that it now gets, 13 damage from that first hit. Is that
Okay.
enough to kill this thing?
Nice.
Nope. But
Okay, that's all right.
It's
Coming for number 2. So the
Starting-
first one's like a...
It cannot survive number 2.
No, it cannot, because my next one's a 19, baby.
that hits.
Yes. So the next
Finish it.
one is
Tell us what you do here, because there's a chance this might do it.
it's a 13 damage.
Wow.
Let's just assume that's the
yeah.
damage. So the first one was and I just go, and I slice the whole head off. I just
Yeah.
want to watch it fall and
You do too, and the blade passes
Sever
through,
it.
severs the head, and the head kind of just it rolls and just keeps rolling and just
Can we pass it like
disintegrates,
balloons?
and the
love
rest
it.
of the body just falls down into this like puddle of that light and shoots across and disappears down to that star as the other 4 before it. There's only one baddie remaining. Is there any movement or anything else you want to do?
So
Well done, Wild Sauce.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I say, thank you. And then there's one baddie remaining.
Yep, right to your left.
Right to my left. How far from me? Because I can't really tell.
Oh, it's only a few feet. So like literally, you can go 5 feet and be flanking it for auto, or
No. Because I'm hurt, I'm not risking it.
okay.
I'm going to the opposite corner. I'm going actually all the way across that star where they've all gone.
Oh, okay.
To like those 2 purple columns with the gold top. I'm kind of running all the way across.
Okay.
So that if I want to help, I can help with my arrows next time. But
Okay.
I'll be well out of shot.
You can get right to the top of this star. Roll
Yeah.
a perception check for me while you're there.
Okay.
So you're gonna see this as you're running.
Okay.
Will she?
Okay.
Will she?
A passive perception or a
No,
perception?
no, just
Perception.
roll. You're rolling perception, so it's active perception.
It's an 8.
Yeah, that's why you wanted passive.
Is it an advantage still? Is it an advantage?
No, you don't have advantage. No.
Nice try.
Yeah,
I know,
good try.
right? Thanks, Zach.
If at first you don't perceive.
There you go. Yeah,
Try
you.
finagling something.
You're trying to.
That's my
You're actually
motto.
like in full sprint, so everything's kind of jiggling around. You don't see. The only thing you kind of catch is that there are gears around where this star is. That's all you see. in
What
that
you need
half
to do
second.
is quit looking so actively.
Yeah.
That way you can just chill and let your passive perception, which is so high, like clock it. See?
This is like also in Ariset's real life. Like this is her whole life.
That's
yes.
true. That's
Hashtag
just
true.
bizarre. Yeah.
That is so true. No, but no, I don't really notice any shit. I'm just trying to run away from that
Yeah,
ghost because I'm
that's-
hit and I'm trying to get near those. I'm not even. I wanted to go across it just in case. Just to check it out, like see if I fall into a pit or if anything crazy happens. But barring that, I'm just trying to get to those 2 kind of columns.
You got it. All right.
So in fact, can I get behind one of them for cover?
No, that's as far as you could
Okay.
get.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty wide. It's almost 60 feet across. So
All right.
now it is the last remaining ghostie's turn. And so first of all, weapon did not recharge. Okay. and it's looking around. Its comrades are gone. It sees Otto. You're right in front of it. And it looks over, and it looks to Rigel, but his back is to it right now. So it just reaches out right. You see its hand going right for your heart.
Aye.
As it's coming in. Oh, come on. That's terrible. That's a 10. That's a 10 to hit. I need all new dice. Everybody, send me new dice. My dice are stink.
I've been poisoning them like little by
I know.
little.
What the hell?
Killing them secretly.
What the hell? I should have rolled a rainbow dice on that one. All
I
right,
take like bad crystals with bad energy, and I like roll his dice around with like all my crystals at night.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
When he's not home, you're just doing rituals to make his dice suck.
I like rub them on my butt, and I like pee on them.
What kind of ritual?
What is wrong with you?
As I'm reading something,
Andy
like,
Warhol way.
that just kind of caught up with me.
You know,
All right.
you wonder why things are happening on lawns. Okay, never mind.
I rub them
All right,
with
anyway.
rabbits. Yep.
And I'm shutting this down. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So unfortunately, that seems to be what it can do.
Awesome.
It's gonna stay there and see if it can survive another round.
Sorry, loser.
Rigel, you are up. You
All right,
sense this ghost behind you. What do you want to do?
So Rigel's done with the games. He's been playing around with people. So he casts a spell, and he says, "Come here, boy." And you hear a howl come from out of nowhere.
Ooh.
He casts Faithful Hound.
Nice.
Oh.
You have such dope spells.
Yeah, he does. What
wizard.
are you?
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's a wizard, Harry.
He's a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry.
Rigel.
Yeah. So this is my phantom watchdog, and he comes into an unoccupied space, and he can kind of move around wherever I want him to. But at the start of my turn, he takes a bite at one of the creatures within 5 feet of me that is hostile to me. So that would be that ghost.
That would be that ghost. Yep.
Nice.
All right. So roll your attack for your
Dirty
just appeared-
20.
Wow.
Will that hit?
I'm sorry, what'd you get?
A dirty 20?
A dirty 20? Yes, that
Yeah.
hits. Yeah, kill my ghost. It's fun.
Yes. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
15 points of piercing damage.
All right. Tell us how your
Later.
faithful hound destroys this ghost.
So
It's gonna be good.
this hound knows its master, right? And just like it's seen its master do through the psychic bond, because this came from inside of him, it knows to go for the jugular. So the hound jumps up. You see this ghostly image jump up at the ghostly image, and it grabs the ghost dwarf by the jugular and grabs it and drags it on the ground and just starts gnashing around with it.
Nice.
Wow.
Until there's nothing left except for that glowing orb that escapes once the ghost has died.
Yeah, you just see it tearing and ripping, and bits of its ghostly flesh coming off and dissipating, and it's until it's just nothing but that little glimmer of light that streaks across. Eris said it comes right underneath your feet and goes right down into the middle of that star.
I let out like a big exhale, and I look at Tabby and I say, "Ha! If only your beast was trained so well."
Okay. Rude.
And I say, Alta, with all due respect, that beast gave me so much strength and encouragement. See, I'm stuttering still. I still can't believe it. That you don't say anything against Tabby and stuff.
All right, fine.
And
I'm just happy we're all alive.
You snack to do like a little like growling, and I'm like,
I'm like,
That's what I thought, bitch.
Stop. Noises at me.
How goes life?
And yeah, I just sort of like look over at everyone. I'm like, oh, well, I suppose we could have a look at how to get the hell out of here.
I think we should have a look at that star.
Well, you say that, Otto. You look back and the door is still open. You can still see the golden chamber behind you.
But that's where we came from, right?
That's where you came from.
What about these gears that I had noticed them when I first came in?
Yeah, you did.
Set did too.
Yeah.
Could I go examine them a little bit more?
Sure can. Roll an investigation check and let me know. You see, I mean, just standing there, you see there are two major sets. There's this one by this star, or this one, the closest one to you, and then the little.
I'll actually go to the furthest one. Let's say.
Okay. All right. You make your way.
I will investigate them. And I will investigate them to the tune of a 17.
17. Yeah, so you drop down and you look, and after a few moments, you can see how this gear system seems to like rotate, and the plates, now that you're close, you can see these plates open up in this kind of star-like pattern. There's revealing something below, you're sure.
Well, this goes further. I kind of tap on the opening with my Rod of the Pact Keeper.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
All right. Well.
I'm drawn to it. I go and I'm running my fingers.
Do you guys hear what I said?
I want to run my fingers all over it. I'm checking the whole thing out, running my fingers all over it.
Okay, roll an investigation check for us as well.
What thing are you? No.
Not the rod. Not the rod.
I was just making sure because I don't want anybody touching my rod.
That's for the Patreon.
Definitely not what I was going for. Don't worry, you're safe. No, it was a 3 though, and with my modifier under perception.
No, investigation.
That would be a 6, so it's probably still not very.
I mean, you see the gears. I mean, Otto just pointed it out, so you can see the gears, and you can see how the panels are hinged at the back and go towards the center, and look like they would open like a flower kind of blossoming. If you could figure out where the opening mechanism is.
Tabby, come here. I bet you could do this.
I say, okay, and I'm still riding Snack. It's only been like a couple minutes of combat, so
Right.
I'm just gonna milk that for all it's worth.
Nice.
Rigel would like to roll a history to see how much of this area he knows or has studied or understands.
Absolutely. Go
all
for
right. 26.
26. So as Rigel, as they're all having this, they're looking, hey, there's some gears here. And Tabitha saunters up on Snack and is kind of, I don't know if you've gotten off yet, and you're just kind of looking down at it. You do remember how this works. You've seen this from afar. And as a person who is always clocking information and putting it into your mind for future use, you know that it has something to do with these other golden stars that you see. They're smaller and they're kind of scattered at the back half of this floor. You know that they rotate, and there's something about rotating them that will open and unlock the vault.
So I guess I'm kind of equidistant to all of the stars, or unless this star that's right here in the middle, the big one, is also a star, or
no,
is it the ones from the sides?
There's something in there. You don't know what it is. It's not what you've come for.
Right. Okay.
And you haven't seen that one opened, so you don't know how that one works. But you do know the stars are back here, and there are 4 of them in the back half.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. So so Rigel walks up to one of the stars, and he goes to manipulate it in the way that he knows how it needs to be manipulated.
Yeah, you just reach down with your hand and you start turning it, and you just hear this. It doesn't turn far, and you feel it lock off.
I was only blessed with 2 hands.
and they're not very long. If
And I
perhaps
immediately go to
you
the
can
next
help
start.
me.
So he's saying,
Yeah.
yes.
I also go to another one, and then I think in my head, who has long hands?
All right.
And I just say, Rigel, why does this remind me of all those riddles that you used to give me when I was little? Are you sure you have not been in this room and you have not said this yourself?
Knowing a thing is different from experiencing a thing.
Well, I suppose you're wise beyond your years then. And I just touch that star.
Okay. And we need one more. You have 3 people on.
I'll help. I
All
run.
right. Airset, you go over.
I run.
I'm just going to look at this other
She sprints.
Right.
this other pointed star circle.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation check, Seville. Meanwhile, while you're doing that, Seville, the rest of you reach down and Rigel tells you to rotate it, and you all rotate it to the right, and you hear the same thing. It's kind of click, 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 and it just stops. And one by one, you turn them, and as soon as you do, you just see as the center of this vault opens up, and inside you see a skull, a human skull, on a stone plinth. And you see that the skull has runes carved in every inch of it, and they are glowing and pulsating with
And I'm
this
gonna say-
red light.
I'm gonna say, careful! Such runes, they could be indicative of a magical ward.
Well, I wasn't thinking of touching it, Otto. Not at all. What kind of necromancer creates such a thing?
You also
who has the key?
You also see, as
Is
you're
it
looking
Rigel?
down,
Yeah.
this swirling energy of this kind of pale green and blue swirling around at the base of this plinth, and you see out of it starts to kind of rise up and form a face similar to the dwarves that you were fighting, and it kind of back to smoke, and another hand comes out and retracts, and it looks like something is trying to form. Tell me what you're doing.
If I think something's trying to form and it looks like something's happening, I am going to, I just say, oh, bloody hell, and I'm gonna jump down there.
Okay.
The vault?
How far down is it?
It's only about 6 feet down to the bottom.
I just jump down and I try to grab it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rigel, as he's going to do this, he said, wait. And
yeah. Otto, the first thing that you feel when you touch down is that icy cold that you felt before when the ghost was reaching out for you. And you, as your legs sink into this energy that is swirling, and you see hands come up and grab at you, and instantly you feel the pain. You take 16 points of necrotic damage as it starts dragging. You can feel it like it's trying to pull you down, but the strength isn't there yet. You can feel it kind of like pull your coat and then lets go. And all these hands, and you see faces coming up, but the skull is right in front of you. And you grab it. What would you like to do?
I grab it.
Yeah, you take it.
And I whisper very softly, I'm 6 feet below everyone.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes maybe flicker with a bit of unseen flame in the orbs. And I say, what next? What next?
And you immediately hear,
get it out, keep it, don't let go.
And I just say, Otto, is it safe?
Oh yeah, he's fine. Look at him.
All right.
Oh, then get it out.
How big is it?
It's a human skull.
It's a human skull. So what I am going to do is I will use an illusion. I will, using a minor illusion cantrip, make the runes and the glyphs appear to be like really glowing and radiating from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I've got it, but something is happening. Give me a moment to concentrate. I need to dispel whatever this is.
Okay.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Okay. 14 plus 11, 25.
Wow.
We're all like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
As four of you are holding on
That makes sense to me.
to this vault trigger, you know, you're like, okay, all right, be safe. All right, Otto, what are you doing? Are you seeing, by the way, this thing that is forming seems to, it's taking stronger shape.
Oh, it's still forming.
Oh yeah, it's just you're standing in this swirling energy that is going around this small enclosed space. Yeah.
Well, here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I will immediately, using a first level spell slot, cast Identify. So I want basically the object that I'm touching and choosing as the skull, and it says if it's a magic item or some magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires an attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn any spells affecting it, and so on. So I want to discern in more detail, now that I have it, exactly how this works before I figure out what I'm gonna do.
And as you cast that spell and your mind hits something, and it is painful, and you feel that it starts to actually physically hurt you as you do this identification, but also holding it, you hear the voice in your head again, and it says no, and it pulls you. You feel like it's stronger, like that voice that you've heard and that voice that you have seen is standing closer now and puts up some sort of barrier that protects you. And then the voice returns, not like that, get it out. I will show you. This is mere object.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to basically position myself. You know, I've told them, give me a minute to work on this. And what I'd like to do is slip the actual skull into my pouch. Okay. And then I will once again use my minor illusion cantrip. And my illusion will be the image of the exact skull that I was just holding in my hands.
Okay. All right.
So I will try to do that in a way that is convincing to everybody.
All right. I'm gonna say roll one more deception check. As and I assume you're going to be climbing out of there with this.
I got a crit plus 11, 31.
What?
So you really sell it. And just to let you know, as you're in there, another kind of attack happens on you, and as you're standing there, and you feel it once again, and you start to climb out, and it just reaches up and grabs you. It's another 9 points of necrotic damage. And you can see this thing is now forming. It's about a quarter of the way formed, and it's about double or maybe triple the size of the ghosts that you saw before. As
Do we see this?
No, it's still in the hole.
Okay.
And it's starting, the face now has kind of solidified, you see.
Oh, man.
And the rest of the body is swirling around it, but the face is just What do you
Yeah.
do? All right, and you all see as Otto finally climbs out of there and is holding the skull.
Yeah, I'm holding the skull, and I just say, there's something, we need to do this out of here. We need to get out of here. There's some magic strengthening it. It's not safe until I
Is
can
this
do it.
magic flowing into you?
Then run! If he says we need to, then run!
And I'm just
I
like,
just run, and I like literally start running
yeah,
out
like
of
run
there.
out of this room.
Yeah, I do. I'm gone. I'm like, psh,
All right,
gone.
Erisat,
All
you
of a
go.
sudden,
The
dust
moment
is
you
right
let
behind
go
me.
of the handle, you see that the vault closes behind you. The rest of you turn. I guess the rest of you are running? Rigel, are you running?
Yeah.
You
I'm
all
on
start to
the back,
run out
so,
of the room, and behind you can see the head of this ghost starting to form, passing through the floor. Your one look back, and you see this thing is starting to come out of, and just for comparison's sake, that was the other guys. You
The
see-
what?
This is what's coming out of the floor. This is
Gotcha.
that was the other
Guys
one.
ran away from.
Yeah, good call on the running.
But you only see like
5,000.
you only see like the beginning of its head starting to come out, and like the hammer as you
That's all
all
we need to see it,
sprint
right?
past. You like scoop up your crowbars that you have, and the door shuts. And when the last person passes over that threshold, you see that the stones start rotating back over, now cooled, and the wall is suddenly magically there. And then where the lava drain starts filling back up, and you're back in this room. That door,
And so has it completely?
Everything is back to one now.
But what I'm asking is, did behind us get closed off?
Yeah, so that door closed and then sank back into the floor. So you now see the forge.
So
once again.
basically, there's no way to get back there.
I mean, you don't know, but
that I know of, that I could see.
That you know of, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do then is, I am going to. Remember, the skull is tucked away in my pack. The illusion of the skull, I let sort of, again, I try to do it in a way that no one sees, but as we run, by the time we get on the other side, I seemingly don't have it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just like, oh no, no! And I like go over and I like bang on where everything's sunk down. And I'm just like,
yeah, I mean, there's lava now, so you don't want to do that. But also, you get close.
But I'm saying to that area.
Yeah, yeah.
And I make it. I make it appear as though I lost it.
You make it appear like you lost the skull?
Yeah, I make it appear like I lost
Do
it.
I hear him say that? Like, no!
Yeah, roll. Yeah, you all hear this. Roll another deception check. Rigel, roll
You
an
lost
insight.
the skull?
16 plus 11, 27.
Oh my gosh.
Wait!
Hold on.
I'm like, and what I'm gonna try to do, because I did roll a 27. Otto starts like, he looks at them and like tears start to like kind of form in his eyes, and he's like, I had it. I failed you. I'm so
And
sorry.
I go and I grab him by the neck. I literally grab him by the neck and I'm like, you!
And I'm like, stop! It slipped from my grasp.
Slap him in the face.
Erisat, and I just like pull her back. I'm like,
Right.
Erisat, calm yourself.
No, I kick him.
Did we hear anything drop?
Well, we were all running away.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably a bit, you know.
Okay, just checking.
No, I
Fancy
And
one.
with all the things falling in the lava.
So,
I mean,
Rigel, can we get back in?
So
and I look
he
at
rolled
Rigel
he
and I
rolled a
say-
17.
and I say,
Rigel did.
yeah, and I say,
Yeah. So you believe
Rigel,
him.
Rigel, I'm so sorry.
Very well, fancy one. And he grabs his hammer again. His hammer just comes out of nowhere, and he gets ready to swing to hit the forge yet again. and he hits it and knocks the wall down. And
once again, you all watch as the process happens again. Otto, you feel the heat, not of the lava, but knowing that you're about to be confronted with this fact. And you hear a voice that just says, "Come." And you look down at the skull where you've hidden it, and you touch it in one of the marks that are glowing on there, and Otto is gone.
No.
Otto is gone.
Otto is gone. What are the rest of you doing? Rigel, you know you have probably mere minutes before you're going to meet with the steward.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was over here. I swear.
Wait, I'm gonna look and see
was there a
if-
portal?
where the skull.
One at a time. One at a time. We're on Zoom. We can't understand you.
Go, Ariset, go.
Didn't kill him. I promise. I was kicking him 1 second, and then he disappeared the next. I'm telling you.
It was a
No, you
slap
didn't.
that sent me into the astral plane.
All right, I'll turn quickly to look at the open door to see where, we saw him get out with it.
You didn't see him get out
No,
of it.
I was trying to make it appear that I lost it in the running away as best I could.
Right, in the running way, but we saw him get out with it out of the vault.
the pit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we
So
didn't
I'm
see
gonna
him
look.
get out with the vault.
Right.
Oh,
You
we
saw
didn't see
him exit
skull
the
come
vault with the skull.
With the skull.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look real quick to see. I mean, it's a straight thing. It's an open room. So I'm gonna look at this skull and see where it is.
And I just grab Arisette by the shoulders and just kind of like shake her awake, and I just go, Arisette, I know you didn't do it. I'm sure you did not. But is there a portal? Could it have been another portal around here?
I'll check. I'll look and see. I do detect portals, Judd. I want to run my detect portal.
So
Okay.
As she's detecting portals, I just turn to everyone who's left and I'm like, all right, if anyone else is going to disappear on me, can you please just announce it now? First we had Anazora, then we had Otto, and people are just disappearing out of nowhere, and I think it would be much easier if you just said, I'm gonna go now, okay?
It does provide closure. It's helpful, but no, I mean,
quite sure
I'm
Mrs.
telling you,
Spears
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
There's no
I
skull
don't
in
think
here.
his disappearance was deliberate.
Ariset, as you close your eyes and you concentrate on those portals, getting back to my earlier Minecraft reference, it's kind of like when you get that one moment you can see through the world, and you see there are multiple portals in Azley within. What's your range on? Is it 1 mile? It's pretty far, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's 1 mile.
Within 1 mile, yeah.
Yeah. So you detect there are probably about 4 within the kind of range of where you're standing right now. 3 of them are above you, 1 is below you, and none of them are close. They're all kind of maybe closest one's maybe a quarter of a mile away, and but nothing in the immediate area.
We're surrounded by portals, but he didn't use one. That's not where he's gone.
Well, there's no skull in here. I don't think he dropped it. Or maybe something else happened, but...
Where's that, Judd, by the way, what about that crazy ghost? Is it there still?
Have you guys gone back in the room?
No. Well, so I did all the
looked in
stuff,
it.
but didn't unlock the room.
I thought you unlocked it.
Yeah, it would be up to Rigel
Or what
too.
if he dropped it inside the room that we just left, where the ghost was coming from, and now it's all lost, all this effort.
That's what I'm asking for. Let's
Rigel.
open this thing. We gotta find... Do we need this thing?
But wait. So Rigel recognizes that he disappeared, right?
Yeah.
As soon as all of this happened.
You saw him reach into his jacket, basically.
Right.
And then
Yeah. Rigel was kind of scowling at Otto because he lost it. He had it and he lost it, and he saw him disappear. And he goes, "Bollocks." The fucking
Yes.
fancy one took it.
Which is why I should have been named the fancy one. Obviously.
You're the well-adorned one.
Okay.
There is a
Hold on.
difference.
Enjoy your name.
He said, be careful, this is very dangerous. I don't know if he said do not touch it, but he specifically warned us to be very careful with this. And yet he was the one that went down there and touched it.
I mean, he's the one who knows the most about these kinds of things. Like he's got those kinds of abilities. It made total sense to me that he would go down there. I just don't understand why he disappeared. Was he angry? Does he have the ability to disappear?
We need to find him, and we need to get out of here.
No, he looked very
Right now.
confused.
If the steward finds us here, that will be the last of our worries as to
Rigel.
where he went.
You know these tunnels better than
Let
any
us
of us.
go. Let us make haste.
What about the skull? Wasn't that the whole point of the key was to get that skull?
Yes, and one of you have the skull,
What are you talking about?
but are not here. The
No.
fancy one.
He said he lost it.
Oh, a bit of a quick grab and go kind of
The
thing.
fancy one has it.
it. Okay, Otto.
We must go now,
We're going.
And with
whether
that-
he has it or not.
Yeah,
we
and
must
Rigel
leave.
starts running out of there and leading you all back. And as you backtrack back to your secret tunnel, Rigel, Otto,
Yeah.
you feel this teleportation happen the moment you touch that. And you feel this kind of searing pain as you are transporting. Like every fiber of your body is being pulled apart. And then it ends, and you are standing outside. You look around quickly. You see the sculpture of the massive elven sculpture that's in the middle of Azley. And you can see that you're probably maybe a mile from where you were in the palace when you entered. Just in a street. Just, you look at their buildings around you, and you hear, "Very good, my boy. I don't have the power yet to transport you fully. Hide. And I'm going to make all your dreams come true." And with that,
Yeah.
we're going to leave it. Sorry.
Sure. No, that's great.
Save it for next time.
I will.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for hanging in there. We went a little bit late, but I wanted to kind of hit that point. Well done. Exciting.
Sorry, everybody.
WTF.
Otto is a lost soul.
It's a heel turn.
That's practicing her
I'm gonna start
back
putting the
slaps.
boots to the good guys here pretty soon, and you know. No,
So-
I'm excited to see where it goes. I hope all of you are too.
Well, we will find out more next episode. Now, we do have a giveaway to do, so thank you for bearing with us. If you haven't already, make sure you're following us and then enter Vault into the chat. And Ashley, when you're ready, let me know. Go ahead and pull the name. And
This is a big one, guys. I'm excited for this giveaway.
I mean,
That's pretty awesome.
it's super cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something special about it.
I mean, it's minis, making minis. What can be
No, it's
more
something
fun?
about it's like making a baby. Like you get to
Wow.
It's like making a baby, but you get to design the baby.
and you don't have to birth it. You don't have to birth it. It just comes delivered to you like in a little
Miniature Gattaca
Wow.
baby.
Gattaca
3D
baby.
printed baby.
Okay, we have our winner. It is Yanaril. Yanaril, congratulations! Congratulations. So, thank you.
So stoked for you.
Yeah, seriously. So we'll DM you or you DM us and we will make that happen. Thank you to the rest of you for the follows, for the subscriptions, for the cheers, for the love. And a huge thank you to Cicero Holmes for being on the show. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely loved it. I don't know if you're coming back one more time. We kind of left it in a weird place. Well,
Yeah.
but
Come on back.
we may see him again. We're definitely going to see him again in the future. We may see him next week. We'll talk.
All right.
But it's been a blast, dude, having you on.
Yeah,
it has definitely been my pleasure. I thank you guys for being such gracious hosts. Thank you, community, for being so welcoming. I've already got fan art. This is cool.
Marty was all over that.
Yeah, shout out to Marty McTry.
Marty nailed it.
Awesome,
he's so good. Yeah.
So good.
So thanks a lot, man. I don't know if we're singing Boys to Men this week or next week.
Well, it's got to be next week then.
Yeah, we might have to bring you back one more.
One
more time.
If anything, I want to sing. I want to sing "Down on Bended Knee" because we want to wedge you again to our stream.
You're here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Poetic. Look at the bard, the silver-tongued bard.
Yeah.
Who happens to be a pretty big Boys to Men fan, so.
All right.
The old Snoopy. All right, everyone. Well, listen, thank you for letting us make your Mondays a hell of a lot better. We love you all. We will see you. Don't forget Numenera on Wednesday, and we'll see you back at this show next Monday. Woo! Have a good week, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, stay safe.
Bye.